based on magical portals popping you in and out of places, he can kind of show up whenever he wants to, and that'll be fine. So is everyone ready to get started?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Let's do it then. So you all are continue to live your lives now on the back of Scamhuga, this magical whale. In the time since we last saw these adventurers, they maybe have gone on other adventures through the portals. They certainly have met other people, other townsfolk. Probably some other people have come and joined the town, which is called Barnacle, the town of Barnacle. And as you guys have not yet really learned, as you've lived here, you've gotten to learn that some people have some manner of control over these portals, though you yourselves have not yet gained mastery over them. That being said, you are able to seek out help of people when you want to go somewhere specific, and it seems that this place it's not a place that you're stuck, even though you kind of showed up here, some of you unwillingly. It's a place that you can come and go at your leisure, though to return is a little more difficult if someone didn't kind of help you out in the first place. But you seem to now kind of be chosen by this whale, Scamhuga, have some connection with them, and can come and go from this place to some degree. So one of the people you have, let's see, the 5 of you, or I should say 4 of you, because Sam's not with us. Angel, Laplace, Harlan, Hero, you have all gone on an adventure before. However, there's one new person who recently came to the town of Barnacle. Do you want to introduce us to your character, Josh?
Yeah. He is a tiny little penguin. Penguin Aarakocra. He stands a robust 2.5 feet tall. Wears a snowy white cowl and cloak. I think the only way you would know his name is Gintu is by way of Harlan, because he cannot speak or understand Common. So, or no, he understands Common, but he cannot speak it.
Okay. I'm interested to see how that goes.
Harlan will relay this, but as he does, he gives the bird a little side eye.
Also, Lee, I'm going, in order to communicate with people, I will send you messages through Discord. So keep an eye on your Discord. You'll be in charge of translating what I say.
That's fantastic. Okay, love it.
Just gonna slap that responsibility on you, Lee. No problem.
Yeah, deal with it. Hey, you wanted to speak primordial. Deal with it. I was content to just wah the entire time.
So, as you've come to get to know this town of Barnacle a little bit better, it seems that, as you noted previously, there are these portals that kind of pop up here and there around the landscape, both within the town, though more so outside of the town. And you all have gotten together, as is a pastime in Barnacle, of people will get together and jump through one of those portals to see what adventure awaits on the other side. It seems that these portals will always lead to somewhere interesting, and nearly always to something where there is something that needs doing. So you go ahead, and the 5 of you have kind of gathered together to go ahead, and you gave a message to Birdbrain, but it seems like they've forgotten and not shown up. So the 5 of you are going to, or maybe they're just running late, maybe they'll catch up with you, you're not sure. but the 5 of you are ready to go and ready to hop through this portal. Actually, let me bring you back to the town. So you all gather up. You have all of your equipment with you. Those of you who got items last time, make sure you remember you have those as well. And the 5 of you jump through this portal. And the landscape on the other side, as you jump through and are brought through this Technicolor tunnel of light, you exit on the other side, and immediately the landscape is different. It is nighttime. It is raining, and it's a pretty bleak environment. You look around you, and you seem to be within some sort of city. And within this city, is that
Hello, sorry.
Yep.
No problem.
Hello.
Just in time. We were just getting started. So, you guys have jumped through this portal, and you're in this this bleak city. It's raining outside, and this city seems to be kind of industrial, is the best way to describe it. You are actually standing before a large factory. And all around you there is it's kind of greasy streets. There are tall buildings that are very utilitarian in design, and just right in front of you, again, you see this large factory building before you. Outside of that factory building, a protest is occurring. There are many workers assembled who have various signs and are chanting, and standing opposite those protesters is a line of city guards, that look like this. They are well adorned with technological weaponry. They're armored, and each of them holds in front of them a staff that is by wires connected to some sort of pack that is strapped onto their backs. As they occasionally will kind of step forward and wield their staffs or almost tridents towards the crowd. The tip of those staffs burst with electricity, and you see these city guard are trying to hold down this protest that is in the middle of occurring.
Guys, I can't be no scab. I can't cross a picket line. I'm sorry.
Laplace immediately has a book and a quill out sketching the design of the staff and the equipment down into one of the pages. Just looking up at them, back down the page repeatedly.
Why, that is mighty interesting.
Wow. Yeah, I agree with the penguin.
And then Bird Brain will just go wah wah wah.
Yeah, and the bird.
Harlan looks over to Gentu and says, "Now, what makes you think that they would be helpful?"
They would what? Sorry.
Be helpful.
What did he say?
He's
literally.
He says they. He says they summon the power of the God King. I think he's.
Gintu starts running up to one of these guards. As he does, his feet make a little weep 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 sound as he does.
Fun fact is, my character actually can understand you, just cannot translate for you.
You can understand Primordial?
Yeah. It's one of the languages that naturally Kenku have.
Fantastic.
So yes, I can understand you, but I can't translate it to others.
You need to only inform Lee.
That's fantastic.
What have I done?
Just make a group
I'm
DM.
back, baby.
So, Harlan's Harlan looks at the little penguin waddling away. Well, I guess we should go after the little fella before he gets himself hurt.
I mean, they are
As-
gods, and they could have some information.
I love information. Let's go.
Little fella get hurt.
As Gentoo, is it Gentu?
Gintu.
Gintu. As Gintu approaches these guards, and you all start to kind of move in closer to this protest that's occurring, you start to hear more clearly, specifically what the shouts are, and you hear, "We ain't working in there no more. There've been 5 injuries this week. We don't get paid enough for this shit." And you hear people yelling like, "Yeah, we ain't working for you. We ain't doing this no more. Like, we gotta get paid more. You gotta take care of your people." And then you hear someone yell like, "Prince Reinhold is a fat piece of shit." And you hear just people yelling
shit.
and like then you see
Hero's gonna
As you
join
approach-
them. He's gonna be like, "Yeah, fuck that guy, whoever he is."
Birdbrain will literally just start repeating what other people are yelling in their own voices, so they're just hearing echoes of themselves.
Laplace gonna call out, "What's your staff made out of? What does it do? How does it work?"
Yeah, you guys-
I love the idea of someone just stopping to answer you. You know, it's made out of a nice mithril wood and like.
Yeah, the guard kind of looks at his staff and is like, "Oh, yeah, this is kind of nice." As you're hearing all this yelling, and you add on riling up the crowd, you see that the guards, as they're just standing there, kind of stone faced, they seem to be kind of boxing these people in. As you do see behind them, up the hill, like down the street, you can see standing on a hill, kind of looking over the city, is a ornate looking palace. These guards standing there, suddenly, with very methodically in step, part, and few more better armed guards walk out in front, and they're like stomping their staves as they walk in a rhythmic pattern. Like, poof, poof, poof. You hear them walking forward, then they part, and in between them come walking this masked figure who looks he has this mask that obscures his face, and all you see is just kind of a glowing orb where his face would be. He is just covered in a leather cloak with all sorts of devices affixed to his vest, and there are 2 sensors, like little floating almost like light bulbs, that are emitting a little bit of gas or vapor of some sort, which are each attached by him to by like little wires, and they're just floating around him. And he walks forward, and everybody in the crowd gets silent. And you hear, actually, I have a picture of this guy.
Ooh. I cast Death Ray. Just kidding.
And you hear
That's cool.
you hear, like, from behind his mask, a voice says, "All heed word. The prince approaches." And behind him comes out this very ornately dressed, he almost looks like some sort of noble, right? And he comes out, he's got a little hat on with a little like top hat that has some goggles on top of it. Don't seem like they're used very often, just more of a aesthetic choice. And the prince walks down and says, "Ah, my subjects, what upsets you today? Why do you worry so much with all the prosperity that we are going to bring to Kamutaq?"
Birdbrain is going to yell in one of the random voices you heard about how the prince needs to go fuck himself.
A couple of the guards just like shoot eyes over in your direction.
And then he just kind of like blinks and he turns his head sideways like he doesn't know why they're yelling at him.
Make me a stealth check.
Okay, let me pull back up my sheet. Because apparently things changed on Roll20. I clicked the wrong tab. Stealth.
Yeah, you kind of look away. Seems like they don't quite locate where that voice was coming from.
Birdbrain, how
I
close
tu-
are you to the guards? And
I'm probably
me
not
and-
the front of the group. I'm probably the back of the
Okay.
group because I like to generally keep my distance.
Okay.
I tug on the coat of one of these guys, and I just go wah, 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 wah.
I need to clean up a mess. I'll be. I'm on headset still.
Hey, Harlan,
problem.
what'd he say?
He like strikes some sort of like aggressive pose, but not at the guards.
Harlan is gonna turn to Hero and he's gonna say, he seems. One second. He seems to be trying to find us work, offering our services, or at least his. He'll turn to the guard and say, "Little one wants to know if you require assistance."
Wah.
The guard looks you up and down, and kind of looks at the penguin, and his face gets a little confused. But then he turns back to you, Harlan, and says, if any violence breaks out, just help quell it. Help put these peasants in their place."
At the same time that's happening, Hero's gonna go to the peasants, and he's gonna try to look for to see if he can see anyone who's leading them, or anyone who might look like a leader.
Yeah. So there is, as you look around, and the prince is kind of addressing the crowd. Which, by the way, he's just going on and on. And
we're not listening to that.
people are muttering to themselves, but it seems that with the presence of the mage, the one with the kind of orb face, that people are pretty scared right now. And
Yeah.
you do, as you're looking around, why don't you make me an insight check to kind of try to determine who you think is
Ooh, that's not bad.
nice.
That's not bad.
So as you look around and you're trying to scan the faces, you do see this woman who's whispering to some men around her, who is looks like she's kind of plotting, and people are kind of looking towards her. Others are kind of trying to block her from view of those at front, and she seems to kind of have a little cadre of bodyguards around her. She has a bionic arm. One of her arms is just made of machinery and metal, and she's just chatting to some of the other protesters.
I'm going to ignorantly, as I do, try to walk up to her without acknowledging that there's people around her protecting her.
Okay. So you start walking up to her, and people are generally not paying you any mind until you get really until you get just a few people away from her, and you're kind of just walking straight forward, looking at her, and some guy just puts his hand on your chest and stops you in your tracks. Some big, burly, bald man.
Before
who's
that
"Hey."
happens, I want to retcon a little bit. I want to say that to the team here that Guys, I'm gonna go find the leader, and then I'm gonna walk that way. Okay, keep going.
Okay. So yeah, anyone who, besides Jintu and Harlan, who we'll get back to in a second, anyone can follow Hero as he goes and approaches this woman. And anyway, this guy puts his hand on your chest and stops in your tracks, Hero. And he says, "Hey there, where are you going?"
I'm just trying to see, the leader here,
Yeah, now's not a good time. Why don't you find her later? And he kind of shoves you back a little bit.
Hey, man, look, I'm just trying to help. I want to see if there's anything we can do to rectify the situation here.
Who the hell are you, anyway?
Me? I am the great and fantastic Hero, and I'm here to save this world and this universe.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
With your anime ass shit.
Oh, damn, it works.
We're just gonna like split the party and play with the world a little bit. And
And then peace out as everything burns.
Yes.
Birds leave, the rest of the group,
So he looks you. This guy looks you up and down, Hero, and he goes, "Yeah, well, you got spunk. All right, I like that."
Of course they do.
He goes, "All right, follow me." And he turns around and he walks just a few feet over towards this woman.
Does anyone follow me?
I will at that point.
I think a little possible as well.
And
Angel?
she. Okay, let's pause then and let's get back to Harlan and Jintu.
So Harlan will look down at Gentu, who just did some more squawking, and he'll say, "Now, Mr. Gentu, you need to not be getting quite so riled up. Nobody here. Look around here. Everything is gray. There's nothing beyond the gray. This is gray. I don't understand what you're talking about. He doesn't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry for my talkative little friend here."
He you said that to the guard at the end. I'm sorry for my talkative friend.
Yes.
He says, "Oh, it's all right, but if you want to help out the prince, be rewarded. Just again, help keep them in line. That's all. You need."
Looking around, does anybody in the crowd seem like they're armed or like they're about to be violent, or is it just sort of authorities pushing in on the crowd? And
People have makeshift.
okay,
People have like iron pipes and they like got pitchforks and things. Like they're armed in the way that they can be, and right now they're just like yelling shit, but as the prince is kind of rambling on. "And furthermore, I instituted Biscuit Day. This is the best day. I know you only get the crumbs that are left over, but nonetheless, you see how happy we all are on Biscuit Day. Can you not understand?" And I was like, "Oh, boo! Fuck you!"
Laplace raises his hand.
You raise your hand.
From the crowd.
Make a performance check, I guess, to like get attention.
Okay.
I would say. See if you get the prince. Okay, yeah. So the prince looks over and he kind of like trails off in his thought. What was it? Yes, you have a question?
When is Biscuit Day, and when was it founded?
Yes, Biscuit Day was founded, and someone at that point just throws a like brick out from the crowd, and the brick just smashes the prince in the shoulder.
Oh shit!
I
I've never heard of a biscuit like that before.
Oh no.
That's a very hot
Gintu,
biscuit.
I don't know what the ordering is, but
Are we going to
if
fight
they're
each other?
gonna get paid,
Is the team split?
then let's get paid then. And Harlan
I'm
will
looking around for
shrug.
whoever threw that.
Will shrug a shield off of one shoulder, and it'll shrug a shield off of another shoulder. I'll start moving back towards the prince.
So you're kind of coming in to help defend the prince.
I imagine the guards would not like that.
Yeah. So what happens is as he gets hit by the brick, the prince yells out, "Ah! How dare you!" And the mage next to him just points his finger, and a lightning bolt comes firing into the crowd, leaving 3 people splashed on the floor, not moving. Everybody goes silent for a moment. Then they just and they just charge up towards the guards. The prince is like, "Okay, bye," and dips out of there. And all of the guards kind of come forward. They start using their staffs to stun people, and they start dropping down onto the ground as people are then kind of trying to bash through and hit the guards with their weapons. Hero,
No, come back!
Just as you were about to be introduced to the leader, the man goes like, "Niana, hey," and just as she turns her head and he's about to introduce you, this shit happens and breaks down, and she's like in go mode.
I'm with her, dude. I'm with her 100%. I'm go mode as well. I'm gonna defend her to the end of the world.
Yeah, no.
I just want to know when biscuit day is. Damn.
Right when
Again,
he's saying that was also when Birdbrain is just cawing.
God King.
All right.
I'm standing by the side of the crowd, just kind of like watching. Like, yeah, this is pretty standard.
All right. Let me pull something up. We're going to roll initiative in a second.
Ooh, I do like a battle royale between the party to start things off.
It just seems like that. This is so bad.
I thought about shooting the brick or attempting to, but I wanted to see how it played out.
LaPlace just standing there. I just want to know about Biscuit Day.
I know.
Someone think of Biscuit Day, not on Biscuit Day.
I had a question. It wasn't answered.
Birdbrain is standing there with his feathers all ruffled, just confused as to the lightning bolt and everything.
Yeah, you guys.
And Eric has been pronouncing it right. Apparently, it is pronounced Gintu, not Gintu. I should look up penguins before I name myself after them.
Oh,
Noted.
I was saying it wrong rightly. Right. Okay, so if you guys want to just take a couple minutes, I'm gonna get just like a basic map prepared for us.
Sure.
Whoops.
Oh fuck.
I should have expected that you guys would have just come in and instigate this thing.
Shit, I just had a question about the history of a holiday.
Bro, I was just trying to meet the leader here, okay?
So was I.
The other leader.
How was I supposed to know that the prince talking about Biscuit Day would incite a brick?
Note to self: head mage likes to waste big spells on small enemies.
So what's happening?
Unless that's not a big spell for him.
Here? Oh fuck.
Maybe that's not a big spell to him.
Maybe. That's yeah, hopefully it's it is.
I realize my character can sort of dial it up to 11. I made myself 2.5 feet tall and like no strength bonus for a reason. Please feel free to abduct me.
That's first thing on Harlan's list is to get the giant squeaky toy that's being kicked around this thing like a soccer ball.
There's so many. Stop, dude. There's so many.
I'm about to ask
here.
how far away this prince is because I might chase him down to get him to finish answering that question.
You guys can drag your tokens onto this grid. I'm going to get some guys on here as well.
I'll attempt to help Harlan grab Jintu.
Where is the leader?
Here, I'm gonna put the.
Oh, that's new.
I just see Harlan, a big, like, fucking wobbly turtle trying to grab this little, very bouncy penguin, struggling. So I will nimbly swoop in and grab.
That is Harlan will be much appreciative of that, I am sure.
Harlan, I think we need to go. Hero's starting shit over there, and yeah. Jintu, you need to behave.
Now, Mr. Gen 2, that's not nice. Miss Angel's just helping you. Behave. Kind of swat him with the back of his claws.
I mean, unless you want to turn into a deflated soccer ball. Of course, Jintu, whatever you say.
A still wind is just air.
Oh shit.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so which one is the rebel leader?
So these are all just
Yeah.
a bunch of people. The one,
So I imagine we're over
the
here.
yellow
somewhere then.
dot in the back. We're gonna say. I'm gonna put it like here, actually. There are more people than this. There are people all over the place. I'm just gonna put some like tokens on the board. But imagine that like this is just a crowded street. Over
Sure.
here, we'll have some buildings. This is like the side of the street. It's like the sidewalk.
Where's the lake?
There's no lake on this one. Sorry, there's puddles. It's raining. There's definitely puddles.
Puddle, not to scale.
Puddles may be larger than they appear.
All right. So, anyway, you are yeah. There's people all around you. I would guess. If you're up next to the prince is over here. Would be where Jintu and Harlan are.
And by extension, me.
But is it Gintu?
It's Jintu.
Jintu.
Gintu, like gin, like the.
Gin is the drink, yeah.
So yeah, there's also more guards than this. There are like lines of guards. I'm just kind of putting some players on the board.
Sure.
But yeah, so we'll say there, and there are people like right up against them. Let me put these people up here.
Oh god. This is terrible. How do we...
So yeah, you guys can roll initiative. Get us
What
started.
do we do? Team, do we have an
Random
idea?
question, because I just remembered it looking at my sheet. I assume between
I rolled a
games, we can restock on our gun ammo at the
Yeah,
town.
yeah, definitely.
I'm sure they,
Yeah.
since it's an interdimensional place, they have shit like that there.
Oh yeah. They got
something. Something.
They got every like basic thing you could think of. They got it for sure.
Cool.
Let me give her some bodyguards here. Actually, I'm
Oh
gonna
no, this is terrible. What do we do?
Now, Mr. Gen 2, while I understand the desire to be paid for our services, you'll behave. You'll behave. And this angel's trying to keep you from getting punted around like a swamp stone.
Trust me, Gentoo, I've been part of a few of these, and you get paid no matter what side you're on. So let's just go where everybody else is going.
Now, when this fight broke out, I think Gentoo and Harlan were up near the prince, right? Like when this,
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll probably be up there snatching.
move them up there. Where's Harlan? There's Harlan.
I can move Harlan for some reason.
I think we're all like DMs or something.
Didn't you? Yeah, haven't you done DMing in this? So you probably have access to everything.
Oh, well, do I?
No,
Hang
I
on.
don't think you. I don't think.
No, I don't. So
I go and
Oh, okay.
myself.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I can't.
no, I can only control me and apparently
Maybe.
Harlan.
Maybe I have
Interesting.
Harlan.
Yeah,
as,
get out of here, Lee.
I
Might
can't
want to.
control Harlan.
I can control him.
God, do the Harlem shit.
Oh yeah, why is Josh on? Josh is on. That's strange. Fixed. You have autonomy now. Okay. Did everyone roll initiative? Okay. Just roll for some of these guys.
While you're rolling, Harlan will look to Angel, who just said the thing about getting paid on either side. Miss Angel, I hear where you're coming from, but these people don't look like they have much money. So, while I feel bad, we're more likely to get paid with the rich asshole.
I never said anything about getting paid with money specifically.
All right. Y'all ready to go?
You get paid.
Wah.
Yeah.
So. Oh shoot! Music. Alright, I'll just get started and then I'll do that. So the prince first calls out and he's like, "Get them out of here! Get them back! No more curfew's called now tonight. Go to bed, all of you!" And he yells to the peasants. Then he just turns around and starts walking back to the castle. All right, Hero, your turn.
Okay, wow.
Actually, I'm sorry. Backtrack real quick. He turns over to you, Harlan, and Gentoo and Angel, and says, "If you all help me disperse them, 100 gold pieces for each of you." And walks back. And you're invited to dinner too.
See, we're getting paid already.
Fuck. How is this gonna
Big
resolve
stupid
itself?
turtle smile on Harlan's face.
Not to worry, we can help everybody out, no problem.
All right, Hero nods to you.
Great, thanks for
Making
that.
money.
Hey man, the prince is gonna prince, you know.
You hear your own voice saying, "Making money."
I'll play defensively. Let me see here. Cool. All of these people here, centered on this guy.
Yeah.
Maybe not centered on this guy. Maybe a little off-centered. I'm gonna do a fog cloud.
Okay.
I was gonna do fog cloud. Same brain.
Same brain.
I know so many people who hate this spell.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna try to encompass all of
what
the
radius?
as many guards as I can with him in the center. This guy, whoever the fuck he is,
Okay, so
without
Right,
trying
that.
to encompass my friends or my peasant allies.
20-foot radius, right?
Yeah.
That's about right. All right, so it's like there.
Maybe
You don't want to get into your allies. You want to like come here.
Yeah. Maybe
you wanna,
move
like, go
back a
back?
little.
There
Can I? I guess I can't touch that.
or here. Let me. Yeah, you could draw your own circle.
That works. Put one down, maybe. One block
Like you
down.
want to try to get. You could get like.
I can get the other half.
4.
Yeah, can I get? Yeah. Let's do that. That's perfect. Perfect.
Okay, cool. And then that like leaves all the protesters out of it as well.
Yes, that sounds good. Yep.
Okay, cool, nice. So you just get those guys all in this fog cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Is that the end of your turn?
Well, that's my action.
You got the rebel next to you, the leader, who's like seems to be preparing to fight.
I'm gonna talk to her and be like, "Are we getting out of here, or are we fighting? What's going on?"
She pulls out this like mace, and she turns to you and she says, "We have to protect the people. Well, it seems like the fighting's already happening. We need to get up there and stop as many people getting hurt as we can. We can't win this fight."
So we retreat.
"Yes, but help those people. You did good. Nice cloud," she says.
Okay, fair enough. I'm also gonna move. I can. use
Because
some
actually,
movement.
thinking about it, remember there's a lot more people here. So like that cloud actually gets like there's a bunch of people between, like all behind that line. There's people. So that's
Sure.
like you just filled a line of people who now can't. Yeah.
I run forward as well.
Okay, cool. So you run forward, kind of making your way through this crowd. And then it is Birdbrain's turn.
So I'm going to take a couple steps forward, couple more steps forward, and I'm just going to look around and think, how do I disperse the crowd? And the only thing that comes to mind is fire a shot straight into the air.
Okay, nice.
I'm not even going to roll to attack or nothing, just,
Classic.
action, fire a shot into the air to try and scare the crowd.
Can you roll like
Intimidate?
intimidation? Yeah.
Woohoo! I'm a charismatic bird, if you can't tell.
I'm going to say,
There's a lot going on.
yeah, I'm going to give you advantage because you had a gun. I'm going to say because like firing a gun is pretty scary. Whoever it is wielding it. But that being said, it is like there's a lot going on. It's a pretty crazy environment. You definitely see like people around you see you, and kind of get the significance. And it seems like people are going to try to like retreat. Though you do see the people most around you, like right behind you, around this leader, are like the burly, like her bodyguards, and they seem like they're all rushing forward to go help people up at the front. But everyone else seems to be trying to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's all. That's literally all I got. I can't think of another thing I could do with my turn.
The mage steps out of the fog cloud and is directly behind Harlan, and looks out. You see Harlan. This creature does not even seem to acknowledge your presence as he like walks out and just kind of surveys the landscape around. And then he just holds up his hand, and you see above you dark clouds begin to coalesce and crackle with lightning, and the kind of sensors that he has glow, and he says, "Disperse now." And then he fires a bolt, just kind of like out in the towards the adjacent building, and it just blows out one of the windows. But that cloud is still like hovering above all of you. Laplace.
Wah! 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 Gentu's very excited by the lightning.
Mr. Gentoo, you need to calm down. We're just trying to disperse the crowd.
He never answered my question. No more secrets. I'm gonna find out when Biscuit Day is, and I'm gonna find out how to spell Kamutaq. I'm gonna find out everything. Charge! And I'm going to dash and just run towards the bridge. So yeah, I'm gonna dash is here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Ooh. 45, 50,
Fun fact. This is the first
55. Anything happen?
So I would say, yeah, as you get here, that guard is going to kind of try to step in front of you and block you. So if you wanted to like try to move past, it seems like he's definitely going to try to like stop you.
I'm gonna try and muscle pass him with all my 5'1" height.
And what are you yelling as you do this?
When is Biscuit Day?
I'm sorry to inform you, this is the first annual Biscuit Day, and they haven't established lore yet.
No!
The guard looks very confused as you're yelling this, trying to rush past him. But yeah, so I guess if you continue to run past, he's going to try to like make a attack of opportunity when you get out of his grasp.
All right, bring it on.
Mr. Laplace, you're not helping.
That misses.
All right, yeah. So he kind of like tries to. He doesn't even really try to attack you. He tries to like grab you, and like block you. But you just like slip past and get out of there.
And 60.
All right.
That'll be my turn. I'm coming. I'm getting.
The prince just turns like very confused. All right. So the crowd around you, it seems like those around the back who here's what I'll say actually. Here's what happens. Niana, who is the leader, she steps up and cries out to them around her. She says, "Get out of here! We gotta go! We can't win this fight!" Over right standing near who's that hero? Right next to you, there's this scruffy looking man, long beard and long hair, and he looks back to her and he says, "No, the time is now. We can't wait any longer." And he like bangs. He has this iron pipe and he just bangs it on the ground. And he charges forward. I'm gonna make that this blue one.
I
He's
don't think
next to
I
me?
rolled initiative.
Yeah. Okay, roll initiative now.
So I could attack him?
Yeah, you can make an attack of opportunity as he runs away from you.
I don't know if I want to do that. I don't have Sentinel or anything. So it'd just be attacking him. I'll let him go.
I'll say if you want to try to grapple him, I'll let you do that in this circumstance.
Really?
If you want to try.
Nah, I don't think that's fair. That's fine. I'm gonna do this thing.
Okay. Anyway, so he rushes forward and is going to attack. Roll for him. Let's see. Oh no, he has a terrible roll. Yeah, he runs forward, but just kind of like he swings in, but is easily blocked by that same guard who's just turning back after missing Laplace. And a couple of the other people around him attack. Let's see, they're going to be a little kind of inspired by him. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, a couple of them hit the guards, make contact, and give guards a good whacking on the head. Some of them, especially towards the back, are starting to back away and get out of here. The crowd seems to be kind of moving out, although what's her name? Fuck. Niana and her guards kind of step forward, trying to like grab people and pull them away as they're fighting against these guys. Okay. Jintu, it's your turn.
Okay, Jintu's going to wave his flippers in the air, go, wah! And let's see.
As he's wobbling in my arms.
This guy right here, correct? He's the one charging forward?
It's the one next to you. This one with the little blue.
Oh, this is the guy who charged forward.
That's the guy who charged forward and then missed.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Wiggling in Angel's grasp, Jintu is going to conjure up a little snowball and shoot it at that guy. Or rather, hang on. No, he's in melee combat. So, yeah, I can use this as a melee attack. So, no, instead, Jintu is going to, like, wiggle out of Angel's grasp just long enough to, like, leap off of her shoulder and encase his flippered foot in ice and is going to kick this man.
Oh, wow.
24.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
For
Nice.
4 damage.
4. But you give him a nice fucking smack in the head.
Mhm.
Oh! He looks
Oh, you know what? Hang on. No, I will expend a spell slot to do Elemental Blast and do an additional 4 to him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he kind of... Okay, that, like, brings him to his knee for a second. He's like,
Oh, God.
Oh, and he stands up. His mouth is bleeding a little bit.
Wah, 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 wah.
Mr. Gentoo, we're not trying to kill nobody. We just want them to go home.
Wah, 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 wah.
God, this is the most anime D&D game I've ever played.
I didn't mean for it to be
love
this
it.
impressive.
I love it.
Given the group that we play with. That's fantastic.
All right,
That's
the end of your turn. Yeah,
Yep.
Nice. Harlan.
All right. Okay. Harlan is kind of just throwing both shields up in front of him. He's actually got a new shield, and does you remember the robot cartoons from the 80s with those kind of stiff faces that didn't emote really well? Looks kind
Yes.
of like that. It's got this perpetual dull surprised look on its face right now. He's got both shields up. He turns towards this line of protesters right here. He's gonna say, now Everett and I are going to make sure that you all go home so nobody gets hurt. And he's going to rampant charge all of these guys in the line.
Okay, nice.
Do the thing. Okay. All right. So I need to start making athletics checks, I think.
I need to start making them
Yes.
for all 4 of them.
For all 4.
Okay, let me do 4 of these in a row.
And that's a 22.
Okay, so failures all around.
Fantastic. So I'm actually so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just gonna basically pile them all up right here. They don't take any damage because I didn't run them into any objects, but the idea is just to clear the crowd out, and
Yeah,
hopefully they get the picture being charged by a 7-foot tall turtle man.
You just pile them all up on the sidewalk. Nice. Okay. The guards now go. Yeah, they step up. The one next to the guy. Roll that attack. The one next to the guy who charged him is going to swing. Actually, let me think about this. He's like looking both ways. He sees Laplace in one direction, and himself in the other. And Laplace, I should be. Let me actually. There are more guards around. Like, it's not just a clear shot between you and the prince. This like whole area is like full up with guards.
Gotcha. But I'm so closer than I was before.
So they're around, but you are like right there. So what I'll say is like, yeah, a couple of them are going to step up before you, and like, they're not. What do you think about this? Would they just like attack you? No, I'm going to say that they just like kind of stand up in front of you and block your way. So why don't you actually make a athletics or acrobatics check against them, because he's going to try to grapple you, is what they're going to do.
Oh no. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so he just grapples you up and is like, hey, no closer.
It never answered my question!
And then some of them up front are going to attack. First, the guy who charged forward. A couple on him, but both of those miss. He's like blocking and dodging out of the way. And then, yeah, one of them hits one of the commoners, and just like stuns them, and they fall to the ground. But then the prince turns to you, Laplace, and says, you need to calm down, sir. Biscuit Day, it's very exciting, but you're going to get yourself hurt. Go help the commoners get out of here. I'll pay you too, like I said to your friends. And then we can talk later at dinner, okay? I'll tell you all about Biscuit Day later.
You'll tell me everything about Biscuit Day?
Anything you want to know.
Anything I want to know? As long as I help them disperse all those...
Exactly, yep.
Oh, we have a deal. Oh, we have a deal. Everything I want to know. Underlined, capitalized, bolded, everything.
He gives you a thumbs up and turns around.
And then you hear Bird Brain again say, everything.
All right. So, yeah, the prince just kind of walks off up and kind of disappears into the crowd of guards. As there's probably like 50 guards here, though there are probably like 100 people. If not a little more. Okay, so that is the end of their turn. So they heard a couple more commoners, some of these protesters, and brought them down. It seems like the protesters, after the Harlan just like bowled them over, all the ones kind of down there are all seeming to back up. It's just really around this one guy who's charging forward. There are like a few people fighting who haven't seemed to got the message that they just need to get the fuck out of here. So Hero, it's to you as you see again the woman standing next to you.
Where's the guy?
He's the blue one up here right next to Jintu.
Okay. God damn it, I suck at hitting things now. But I'll try. I'm gonna try to knock this guy out.
Okay, cool.
So, non-lethal. I'm gonna say it's one-handed because I have my shield out.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Damn. Yeah, that's gonna miss.
And I think that's my only attack.
This guy's dodging from the guards in front of him, and then you come behind him, and he just dodges out of the way of that too, and he just turns back to you and says, "Hey, what the fuck?"
We gotta get out of here, man. I'm just trying to knock you out, and you're too hot-headed.
You don't understand. Who the fuck are you? You don't understand. Make me a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh man.
Yeah, he's like, "Get the fuck out of here. Either help us or get the fuck out of my way."
Is he one of the guards or the protesters?
He's a protester.
He's the protester who's kind of like causing the trouble right now.
Gotcha. And I rolled initiative.
Alright,
it would be my turn, right?
Oh yeah. Shit, sorry.
You're good.
Missed on the turn. Alright.
I could say my first turn. I was running in from the sidelines to grab Jintu.
Yeah, there you go.
My idea was, I imagine this is a very Magitech-y place. Maybe there's a bunch of
Yeah.
rope and giant banners hanging above us, and my idea was to try and shoot them down to fall on everybody as a distraction and a way to separate the crowd.
Love it. Do it.
I don't know
So
how-
just make an attack. Make an attack roll.
Oh, well, here we go. I tried this one. Let's use my sidearm for it. Hey. It's not bad.
Oh yeah, definitely. Nice. So yeah, that you shoot down a rope and a bunch of cloth and shit comes flying down, and these blankets just land on a bunch of people. And they're all like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And yeah, it definitely disperses some of the fighting that was happening on the side over here.
Cool.
Mission accomplished.
All right,
It seems now that
now's our chance. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
people are trying to go. So it seems now, actually, we can we'll end combat now because it's pretty much
Good, because I was about to have nothing to do.
And you guys kind of this one guy seems to be fighting, but he is kind of fuck, and just takes one more swing at the guy against him, who just parries it out of the way, just kind of half-assed, and then he just throws his iron bar on the ground and starts walking away.
I leap onto that guy's head and start blindfolding him with my flippers.
Make an athletics check.
Oh
As you
boy.
try to grapple on
Please
it.
tell me you're also just slapping him with your flippers because they're not that
Oh,
big.
damn, yeah, nice.
Wah!
Let me roll for him. Nice. So you grapple onto him. You're holding onto his face. He's like, "Oh fuck." He's trying to pull you off, but he can't. The guards are now starting to kind of gather and back away, and the prince has already disappeared up the road. There are too many guards between you and him. You can't catch him anymore. The woman protester, the leader, Niana, she is kind of gathering her people, and it seems like they're both going. She turns to you. She calls over to you, Hero, and she says, "Come back with us. We could use your help."
Yeah, I will. I'll look at the team and be like,
Hey guys, let's go with them.
That was the
As
plan.
The crowd starts to disperse. What Jintu, as you're holding on to this
Mhm.
guy's face, what are you trying to do? Because you got it.
I think he's just
People are kind of
slapping him,
dispersing,
pecking him on the head, just trying to hitting him. So wherever this guy's going, I'm going for a ride. Apparently, it's not really designed to do anything. Just punish him for his insolence.
And yeah, so he's kind of walking back with the protesters, and Jintu's just on top of him, like attacking him. Some people are kind of laughing as they see this happen, and he's just trying to fight you off. So this crowd is dispersing. The protesters are going one direction. The prince and his people are going one direction. You've been invited to go with either. You guys are kind of left in the air in the street.
I like to imagine that much like how Gintu is just going along with the protester by just latching on their head, I am just still being carried by the guards.
Nice. Yeah. That's true. You guys are welcome to split up here if you want to. If you want to go some there, here, some there, that would be fine.
Miss Angel, if you've got Gentoo, I'll go make sure that Mr. Laplace is okay.
If you don't mind, grab him. We need to go the other way. Gotta make sure Hero doesn't get into trouble.
The Harlan's shoulders kind of sink because he's pretty sure if he goes that other direction, he's not getting paid. So he walks over to
run faster! Walk faster! He's coming to get me! Run faster!
Stows one shield. It's like, Mr. Laplace, we need to make sure that Hero doesn't get into no more trouble. So I'm gonna have to grab you, and follow Hero.
I look over to the guard, like, remember, the prince owes me a debt of information. I will come to collect. Bye!
He promised me 100 gold. As he grabs Laplace and starts dragging him away.
So you guys are brought. So you guys all follow the protesters back to where they're going. Jintu does so on top of the head of this man.
I think eventually Jintu stops slapping him and just starts like riding on him, like piggyback style, but like triumphantly. It's like, yes, you're my mount now. Like,
He's got his flippers up,
He, like,
Superman
points
style
that
on his
way.
side.
yes.
I let Harlan carry me as long as he's carrying me. I'm not the one to prompt to drop me down.
Let me do this. Make me an animal handling check
That's great.
to ride the man.
Okay. Let's see. Animal handling. It's about right.
Nick. Yeah. So, as you are on the back of him, you're riding on the back, and he tries to like break the grapple a few times, but you're holding on tight. And then he kind of starts smacking at you every once in a while, as you're just kind of riding on the back of him. But eventually, he just like grabs you on the back and grabs you off the back and pulls you off of him and puts you on the ground and says, Stop, okay? I can't take this anymore, you little penguin. Get off my back. And he storms off.
Ginger, you could probably
Was
ride on
that
my hat if you wanted.
Look at Angel. Wah! And like, start flinging my flippers.
Harlan's going to haul him up by the collar with the hand that's not already carrying Laplace.
Laplace, you do realize that if Biscuit Day is already an official holiday, you could probably ask anyone about it, not just the prince.
Yeah, but I asked him a question and he didn't answer, and I didn't like that.
Have you ever heard of the path of least resistance?
No, tell me all about it. I start digging out for one of my books and quills.
It's apparently the path where we don't get paid.
That doesn't sound good. Scribble. I'll leave my editorializations out of it, though.
Oh, I'll give you my 100 gold when we're over with this. Don't be a big baby.
So you guys get back to where all of these protesters are headed. I mean, some of them split up, but you are following the man who you were atop, who you learn his name is Haldrun, and you're following Niana Namor, who is this elvish woman who seems to be leads the pack. Though there are others, like she's definitely got her cadre. You can pretty quickly figure out like the hierarchy among people, as they all like treat each other with a lot of respect. And you head back to the town, to where they're gathering, which is just this big warehouse. And there's a landing in this warehouse where they have a big desk set up, and they have a big city map on this desk. And there's documents and notes all over the place. And this is clearly like their headquarters where they scheme and plan. And as you gather with them, they begin to talk. And well, first of all, actually, they rush in the 3 people who were struck by the lightning bolt and a few other with more minor injuries. And the 3 people they're like trying to revive and bring back to life. And they are unable to. It seems that these 3 people are dead. And they begin discussing amongst themselves like what the plan is next. Haldrun, the aggressive man on whom Jintu rode, very quickly begins yelling about how we got to get back out there. People are riled up right now. Now's the time to strike. They just killed 3 people. We need to spread word. We need to gather everyone, and we need to march up there right now. They got guests. Let's show them what Kamutaq really is.
One question I have about that, though. How do you spell Kamutaq?
Some person next to you whispers to you, and they go, Kamutaq. Okay?
Thank you.
You probably should save those kind of questions for later, though, because like this is kind of you don't want to interrupt Haldrun. He'll get mad.
No, I mean I just wanted to know now, you know.
Yeah, just maybe write down your questions and ask them later.
Oh, there's only so much room in my books. These books are reserved for answers. Questions, I could do that myself.
They just kind of nod at you and turn away. The Nyama then speaks up and says, "We can't. We don't. We would lose so many lives. You see, they don't care." She points to the 3 bodies. They'll kill us all. It's not. We have to find a way to do this without risking everything. She goes, I can't risk everything. I can risk a lot, but that's too much.
I mean, I agree. It is a wonderful plan. I mean, if you want everybody to die.
Don't much look like it was an even match last time, so
She looks over towards all of you, and she says, where did y'all come from? Why are you here? It's quite a time to show up.
It's a really long story. You probably wouldn't believe it if we told you the truth.
Heh. We're
I'm
adventurers,
Harlan
man.
Bell of the Mossy Pond Bells, and we came through a portal to Barnacle. And he holds out his claw to shake her hand.
He goes, okay, well, all right then. Suppose, as long as you're willing to help, it's a much matter. What do you have? What do you have to suggest?
Probably something a little more stealthy, less in your face.
The kind of aggressive-looking man speaks up again, and he says, "It's all that fucking prince. He just wants to show everyone what Kamutaq is made of. He fucking doesn't care what backs he needs to break to make it. We need to get rid of that prince."
Alright, so is there like a king if we kill the prince?
Yeah, but the king and the queen, they're old and lazy and like to just sit on their wealth, of which they have plenty. They don't. The prince is the problem right now. He's the imminent threat. We can get rid of the prince. They have no other heirs.
Gentoo hops up on the nearest table and just goes, wah.
That was a very short whack for a very, very long monologue.
There's a lot of inflection. There's a lot of implication.
I want to see how much I can sort of get from his one wham with an inside joke.
Mr. Gentoo says that he don't much care for talk of that what's the fancy elven word for it? Regicide? I don't know. I don't know fancy elven words. Waves a dismissive claw.
Nyama speaks up as well. Nyana speaks up and says, I must agree, not with the king killing specifically, but just killing in general. We can't stoop to this level. We're not them. And it won't change anything. It's not just the prince. You're wrong. It's bigger than the prince. They're right. We still have a hierarchy. We still have a monarchy. It will do nothing.
So, like, what do we, what's going on? Like, can you give us some more context?
Such as Kamutaq's like main exports, imports, population, dynamics.
They say, well,
And then I can't do Laplace's voice in "What about Biscuit Day?" Like full on yelling like you were before.
they say, Niana says, yes, I'll tell you, sorry, you are new here. The city of Kamutaq is a monarchy, has been for many years. if you say you're from a portal, then you would know nothing about our world at all, which is Yabuan. This is where we live. We are on in a city called Kamutaq that is ruled by a king and queen. It specializes in magical machinery, of which we are workers in the factories, and we help to create. We have terrible working conditions and work with extremely dangerous materials and are hardly compensated for what we do. So that's why we were here protesting tonight. But
what gives the king and queen their legitimacy in the broader geopolitical situation here? Like, what makes Kamutaq the? Is it just the magical machinery? Like, who controls the production of it?
It is the descendants of the families who helped the human kingdoms rise up against the dragons ancient centuries ago. So yeah, the Reinhold Prince Reinhold is of the ilk of some family or other. I don't know. I don't keep track of all that bullshit. It's all bullshit anyway. They just make it up, those claims.
Gentoo looks over at Harlan, just goes, wah, wah, wah. Shrugs.
Are you
Scratches his
funning
head.
me right now?
Scratches his head.
What
Wah,
do you
wah, wah.
ask?
The little one's just playing a prank. He is nothing important.
Wah, wah,
He
wah, wah.
just- What do you mean? What is a dragon?
Wah, 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 wah.
How do you not know?
Wah, 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 wah.
Harlan's responses devolve into throaty hisses and beak clicks as he just switches into Aquan to be able to talk back and forth with Gentoo more quickly.
The whole time, Birdbrain is just watching them, shaking his head up and down.
So the way I see it is, you either need to take over what makes Katak viable to the other cities around it, or take over the royal line itself. Do you have any genealogy papers? Are there any fringe descendants of their line you could put in place of the prince?
Well, no one. She says no one who. We're not connected like that. We're not. There are other people who come along and make claims. The king, the father of Prince Reinhold, he wasn't the son of the previous king. He had some other claim, and there was a murder and many deaths, so many deaths in this game. We don't know this. We just want to be we want to be people without a lord.
Do you have a contact with any of the other cities in the region?
She says, the closest city is Zos. It is actually their delegation that is here tonight. There's going to be a feast in the palace. That's why they're extra. That's why we chose tonight to speak up, let people see what the people of Kamutaq feel about their leaders.
Traditionally, the other cities in the sort of socio-political climate resist their neighbors' revolutions due to the chaos it would bring and interruption of flow of goods. But if you can ensure to them that the flow of goods from the factory won't be interrupted, they might be willing to support your revolution.
They look at you kind of cock-headed for a second. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
I'm just thinking you need to seize the means of productions and then express your right to the claim of the city.
Overthrowing large governments are typically done either from the sidelines or from the inside. Brute force is really stupid.
Uh,
has-
uh, small question here. So have you all tried sending like a representative to speak on your behalf?
She says, I've tried. Yes, I'm that representative. And it is all for the greater good of Kamutaq. All for the prosperity of Kamutaq. They don't hear anything we have to say.
Wait, you said large feast, though, right? That sounds like a great opportunity.
Gentoo, nobody wants your like. We don't even know what god you're talking about.
It's an Agma? I know Agma. It's probably not Agma, is it?
Mr. Laplace, I don't think that it's Agma. No.
Oh, dang. I like Agma.
So,
Can you tell us more about Biscuit Day? Just kidding.
Yes, I forgot!
Just kidding.
And then
says-
again, Bird Brain just goes, Biscuit Day!
so who has the highest passive perception here?
15?
14?
15 here.
I don't
14.
think anyone can have higher than a 15.
So anyone who has 15, I'll say.
A few of us, it sounds like.
Yeah, it's a few.
Like, unless you pick the feet with,
yeah.
kind of thing.
I have 2 feet.
Those of you who
Pick
have
one.
15, you see
At this level, you're only allowed to have one.
You notice that the Niana is looking kind of off into the distance, and like she seemed to be distracted by a second for something, and then she kind of continues talking. But you look off and you see 2 little girls standing and just kind of like watching off in the distance.
Are they twins and holding
And-
hands?
Actually, as Niana sees this,
Is there an elevator
She'll-
behind him?
there's no elevator behind them. They look like this, actually. And Niana yells at them, Fanny, Alyssa, what the hell are you doing here? And she storms over towards them. She goes, you can't be out at night. There's a curfew right now. You know what would happen to you if they found you? And both the girls just kind of like look off. One of them sucks their teeth. And they just go, whatever, Mom. Like, we can watch out for ourselves. We're tough. And one of them like punches the other. Alyssa punches Fanny. Fanny's the redhead. Alyssa's the dark-haired girl. And she goes, we got to get you home. Folks, listen. Here's what we got to do. Tomorrow, let's gather. We will go to when the delegation from Zos is leaving. We will protest. We will gather. We will block them from leaving until they hear our message. This is where we make our stand. And we have a night to sleep. We can gather. We can share our message, but we won't bring it to violence. We will just defend ourselves, and we will speak up, and we will not work.
Laplace raises his hand.
Gentoo hops down and spreads out his flippers and starts like addressing the crowd in a very sort of kumbaya sort of way, like trying to sort of like pacify the crowd with whatever he's whang about.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Not quite. Wah,
Um,
wah, 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 wah. Just ignore me. I'm just going to be whang in the background.
So, as she says that, as It seems like people kind of at her declaration just kind of take her at her word, and though it seems Haldrun kind of simmers down a little, like seems to be pissed off. It seems that people aren't really going to go against what she says. So it seems like people are kind of like going to rest and seeming like they're going to kind of gather up again tomorrow. And she invites you all to kind of stay and help plan with them, and to then regroup in the morning. She like sends someone to bring her daughters home, and they both head home. And she kind of brings you guys in, and you gather with them and spend the next hour or so learning about, going over like city maps and making plans for like where to stage this protest and how to kind of really like defend people to be able to like stand up to these guards a little bit, and not lose their ground immediately. And yeah, so you guys stay with them for a while. Anything anyone want to do specifically, like while you're at this like protester rebel warehouse?
I am gonna ask, the leader lady. I forgot her name. The leader lady, what her exact argument to the representatives from Zos is going to be.
Say that again. What her?
What exactly is your argument going to be to the representatives of Zos about why they should care that the prince is treating everyone so poorly?
I suppose, as you suggested, we should really argue the loss of productivity
Oh, that's good.
and the insistence that we will not work, that they will have nothing from Kamutaq without us, that we are the means of production. Without us, nothing runs.
Do you have any plans to actually take over the factory? Because I noticed you're purchasing outside of the factory when my better purchased from inside the factory to where they couldn't use it anymore.
Maybe, but I fear we couldn't hold it. They have much more military strength than us. We only have the only power we have is the power to just not work, to not build the things that they want us to build. They would take back from us the factory in a matter of hours.
Makes sense.
But listen, you're here. You can help us. We'll stand up to them. And you can spread word. You can come back for us. Maybe. I mean, if you can travel to different dimensions, can you just bring us some like super mega weapon that we can just blow them all up with?
Maybe.
She laughs at herself.
I just have the 2 shields.
Wow, 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 wow.
I mean, we may ask Nid if he has anything that could blow up a city. He might.
She says, well, as you guys continue to move around this warehouse plant, like talking to them, you're like giving them suggestions of things they could do, talking to these people. It then seems you hear Niana from the other room, and she cries out like, "Oh fuck!" And she comes storming back in, and she has like her hand on her temples, and she says, "There's a bunch of stuff missing from our storage. And they're like, what? She says, a lot of poison is gone. There's few of our magical potions. And she walks you back, and you come into this space, and it's like this armory that they have. And it seems like she was kind of talking down their power, that they do have like a pretty extensive collection of like weapons and armors and seems like magical items of various sorts. And she points to a chest that's been opened and emptied.
The angry one, where is he still in the crowd?
Yeah, he's here. He's there. He's like been helping plan, and
Okay.
he's always like wants to be more aggressive in his plans than
Yeah.
she does.
Is there anybody that would have stood out to Harlan enough for him to notice that they were missing?
Make an investigation check. Anyone can make an investigation check actually about this, as you're like trying to figure out who could have taken this stuff. Although Harlan's... Yeah, Harlan, you think immediately that it seems strange, but like the only people who were here and left were the girls. Were the two little girls.
All right. Looks like it's time to go to work. Harlan's gonna start heading to the door.
Niana looks at you and says, where are you going? What? Do you know who took this?
Those two little girls that you were talking to earlier?
Yes. My daughters.
Harlan just nods. You actually see Everett, the shield of expression on his side, just sort of like makes as close to like this leading sort of realization face that he can with his limited animation style.
She says, okay, so they took a bunch of stuff from our potions and powders chest. So there was poison in there, there was invisibility dust, there was... what else was in there? There was diminution, potion of diminution, makes you tiny. There was... And then one of the guys goes, oh fuck, wasn't the animation powder in there? And they're like... And she like face palms herself. She goes, fuck, that stuff is so rare.
Miss Niana, those all sound like ingredients for an assassination attempt. I'm gonna start heading up the hill to prevent bad things from happening, because I've worked for a lot of people like the Prince before and the Lazy King, and you know what I can tell you makes lazy rich people not lazy? Killing their kin.
She goes, fuck, you think my Fanny and Alyssa, fuck, they did this. They're going up there now. They're crazy.
And you said that feast was
She
tonight?
looks terrified. She says, do you have a way you can get in there? You seem so confident. They're not going to let you in.
I mean, they did
invited
invite
before.
us to dinner.
And he
Right,
owes
so
me
what?
information about everything.
Why didn't you mention this earlier? You have an invite to the dinner tonight?
He did literally invite us all to the dinner if we could disperse the crowd.
Shit. Get up there. Stop my girls. Just stop them and get them out of there. Don't try to do anything. Just stop them and get them out of there.
I mean, if we so happen to borrow the poison and so happen to be at the
Wah, wah,
feast,
wah, wah, wah. And get Gentoo thumps his chest.
No, that is not what we are doing, Gen 2.
Wah,
That is not what we're doing. No.
wah, wah, wah.
what are we not doing?
Throws his flippers up in exacerbation.
Niana, or I'm sorry, the other guy, Haldren turns to you guys and is like, yes, do it. Fucking kill that guy. You guys have the chance now. You'll save us all. Kill that guy. And Niana says, please, this isn't your fight. Just save my girls and bring them back to us.
We'll see what we can do.
So,
Wah, wah, wah.
y'all start heading up to the castle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
cool. Let's take a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll come back and go to the castle.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Sounds like a
Also,
plan.
Jolly, at the things that you said before, you get a side eye from Harlan. At the he's trying to see if he can clock you, if he's seen you before.
Yeah, when they were talking about poison and assassinations, Gentoo
Yep,
just has
yep.
his flippers crossed, like nodding in agreement. Wah, 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 wah.
If it weren't for all this crazy talk about a god king, Harlan would be sure that he's met you before.
I mean, Gentoo's small and adorable.
How would you forget meeting a penguin, a 2.5-foot tall, wang ice shooting penguin?
Less of he knows that he's met you, and more of a he has acted as a bodyguard for a long time, so like lots of assassination attempts kind of run together. Also, Harlan's not smart. He doesn't much trust his memory for that.
Blind leading the blind here.
Laplace is smart, but absolutely useless when it comes to anything that's useful.
As he should be.
Yeah, no, my character is just straight dumb.
AFK for a moment.
Do we have 3 people with a negative intelligence bonus?
That's why I picked up the amulet of the Medal of Wit, so I can give myself advantage.
I thought about upping my intelligence, but I did wisdom
No.
instead.
Yeah, we need wisdom in our
Exactly.
stat block. You don't need intelligence to wield a gun.
I mean, I upped my charisma instead of intelligence.
No, I know. Same. Actually, I went with a 10 charisma instead of a 10 intelligence, because again, you don't need intelligence to wield a gun. History has proved that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you need intelligence to save from certain throws, right?
That's what the Medal of Wit is for, to give me advantage.
That's true. Advantage on a +0.
Yeah, so no one
This means that I have two.
adorable
I have a-
penguin that squeaks. How good your sleight of hand? How much poison powder can you fit in your flat flippers?
Let's see here. Sleight of hand is 3, stealth is 5.
No one suspects the Penguin Inquisition.
Never. I'll be real quick. Penguin and out.
Quack.
Master penguin filtration. There we go.
Landing.
All right. Is everyone back?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Yes.
Just kidding, I am.
I was gonna say we have to wait for you then.
Did I hear Lee or Josh?
Actually, I think they just walked away a minute ago.
Okay, cool. No worries.
Back.
There's one of them.
Quack.
I love it. Are you here, Lee? No worries. Still getting ready.
Then I said, hello.
Hello.
You can talk.
Well,
Wah.
You're just waiting for Lee?
It would
I
seem.
believe so.
Yep.
How's everyone's life?
Uneventful. Well,
Life's
am I?
decent.
It's going good. You know, been busy with work, but
Eric, you getting married
life's
soon?
been good. In July.
Are you actually?
Oh,
Congratulations.
What the
congratulations!
What the fuck?
You didn't tell us that.
Really?
Yeah,
I
what
thought
the
I had.
No.
fuck? It was a complete new.
I completely
Whoops.
guessed.
That's funny. Yes, totally.
When did you propose?
Last like
I know.
early spring.
What?
Spring.
Yeah.
I didn't
Wow.
ever tell them.
What?
I think it was maybe a time we weren't playing a lot of D&D or something. And I just sort of,
Just looked around.
How long
I'm
have you
sorry,
guys been going out? I don't even know.
Maybe like
about
Morton.
3 years.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Has it been that long?
I
Yeah.
know, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
for
Okay.
real. I've known you guys for twice that amount of time.
Wow.
That's absolutely crazy.
Nice. Congrats, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are we actually gonna fucking do like a real D&D game in real life? That'd be great.
For real.
We've talked about it for a while.
One day,
We gotta figure it out before we die.
definitely.
It's a nice little time window to work with.
We never know, so it could be tomorrow. So we gotta figure it out right now.
That's true. Could be tomorrow.
There'd be a way to work around that one, though.
Yeah, I'll live forever. Where's my heroin?
Yeah,
Are we
what?
hitting 0 point soon?
Hitting what?
Hitting 0?
I think it's called, like, they call it 0 point, the moment where, like, you can expand beyond death and human consciousness can be theoretically uploaded and, you know, whatnot.
The instrumentality project?
Well,
I believe that's what it's called.
That's why I didn't realize. You said 0 point. I always thought of it as infinity point because they're like the same thing.
they're really close. They're really close.
Really close.
That's an inside joke, if I've ever heard one. It's talking about an anime. That's an anime reference.
Oh yeah, there's a line in I think the last Evangelion movie was like, oh, the only like the number closest to 0, infinity, or something like that.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Unless the sync rate was the number closest to 0. Infinity. And we all busted out laughing.
It's so stupid.
Great movie, 10 out of 10.
I loved it. Yeah, it was. So I had a unique kind of like perspective of going into it because I had seen Eva and End of Evangelion. I had not seen any of the Rebuild movies besides that one.
Yeah, so you're like, who the hell is this girl?
Yeah, pretty much. She looks cool. I don't know who she is.
She's pretty cool.
Alright, I'm gonna message Lee, I think.
Yeah, what the hell's Lee
Yeah.
doing?
I'm here.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, nice. Hey, Lee.
Hello.
Alright, no worries. Let's get back into it then. So, you guys are heading up to the castle. Actually, let me move you to the map. So as you move towards the center of the city, there's this castle that just towers above all the surrounding buildings. And it, like everything else in this town, seems just very like built very heftily and thick columns and beams, and just a lot of like mechanical apparatus attached to things, metal plating on things. And you approach this castle, and it seems that there are like people gathered about. As you move to this part of town, it's like much nicer. And in fact, before you even get to like the gates of the castle, you are stopped by some city guard in the same kind of outfits as you saw before, and they say, "Excuse me, where are you headed?"
Wah, 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 wah.
We were invited to dinner by the prince himself.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
why should I believe that?
Birdbrain in the prince's voice repeats the exact invitation word for word.
Oh, nice. I don't know if we'll.
Goes, well, shit, that's pretty good. All right, that'll earn you a trip to to the castle. We'll take you.
If nothing else, we'll end up in the dungeon.
And they escort you through the castle district to the castle.
Man, that was easy. Why didn't the rebels ever try this?
And
Wah, wah, wah.
they escort you up to the
Wah,
front.
wah, wah, wah.
And you get to the castle gate, and you notice Laplace. You see that same guard who you had run past, who had tried to grapple you and failed, is standing at the entrance to the castle.
Wave at him.
He recognizes you. As you approach, you notice that there are very well-dressed people flocking into the castle. It's clear that there's some event happening here. People are like dressed in their finest to come and attend. And you approach and you see the castle is like surrounded by these walls, and there's a gate, and the door is open. Like the gates are wide open because people are kind of coming in droves, and there are just like some guards out front kind of watching as people come in. And as you enter, this guard recognizes you, Laplace, and he says, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
Oh, well, the prince invited me to dinner.
That's right. You're the biscuit day guy, right?
Yes. When is it? No. The prince can tell me. If you want to tell me too, in case there's any kind of contradictory answers, they'll shed some more light on the whole biscuity
That's
situation.
Third week of the second month of the year.
Third week of the second month of the year. Jotting it down. Thank you.
No problem.
Wait,
that
Biscuit
all
Day
you-
is a whole week?
The whole week.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the Tuesday of the third week of the second month of the year.
Tuesday,
My
third week,
apologies.
the second day of.
And then
Of course.
again, he will then repeat what he said before. And what does Biscuit Day entail?
Yes. Just a lot of biscuits,
Lots
as
of
you'd expect.
biscuits. What kind of biscuits?
Different types.
While
of-
this
you
is
got
going
any
on,
business here?
Harlan's scanning for shorter people than normal in the crowd, like children height.
Yeah, I've also kept my eye out for the girl.
Why don't you both make perception checks as you go? Jintu, you see the gate. You kind of hear something first, actually, and it sounds like a small kind of bang. And you look and you see the door kind of like rocking a little bit, and it seems as if someone just kind of like fell up against it. And then you hear like a little kind of like shh, and just like super quietly though, and then tiny little patter footsteps that are entering into the castle. But you see nothing. You hear all of this.
Can I try to slip past this and pursue?
You could make me a stealth check to try to,
Alright.
as they're like discussing. Let me make a. This guy. Oh, nice. Okay, so yeah, you slip on by as the guards are talking to the rest of your party, and slip into the castle. Immediately, you see there's like a grand welcoming hall. People are very well dressed. There's two different styles of dress you see. People more dressed like the prince, with more like kind of steampunk looking fancy garb, noble garb, uh, with like capes and goggles and things like, and top hats and leather jackets and things. Whereas the other party, the other style is more like Victorian era, like really fabulous, ornate dresses and suits and things. So you see this big party happening. You could, okay, actually at this moment, let's do this. We're going to go into a skills challenge at this moment.
Okay.
And you guys are at the door. This guard is letting you in because he recognizes that the prince invited you, and like you guys are getting to go in. You can interact with this party in any way you want. Your goal is to kind of like keep people calm, keep the girls hidden. Well, if you want to, and to catch them yourselves. So yeah, let's go to. Let me move you to. Oh no, you're on the castle thing. Let me. Open
And maybe
initiative.
not assist in the poisoning.
You can drag your. Yeah, this skills check is to like catch the girls, because they have all the poison and stuff. So you have to catch them first, whatever you do.
Oh, yeah.
Then we'll sort it out. What you do after that? Sorry, let me clear the. There we go. Yeah, so you can drag your tokens and roll initiative. Gen 2.
I knew the gift was going to be relevant.
Birdbrain, why do you have a plus 11? Oh, you got advantage.
We have advantage. Both me and Susan's character.
Yeah, nice. All right, so I think that's everyone. No. Yeah, that's everyone. Okay, so Angel, it is your turn. You are at this part. Oh, actually, sorry. Let me change the music. What am I doing? What is this?
Oh shit! It's a banger. Oh shit!
This is what we need. Sorry, I had to skip your son.
Very fun.
A banging party.
Okay, so you're at this party. What are you doing?
Okay, so I don't know if I notice Jintu sneaking off to see the girls or something, but I know we're trying to work our way into here. So I want to try and like sweet talk the guests, possibly as we get up to find the prince or something. I don't know. So maybe like I don't know, persuasion performance.
Yeah, either one of those. Persuasion or performance.
Let's go with persuasion. It's higher.
Depending on how you're kind of.
Maybe trying to like get my way up there, I guess, to the prince. Persuasion. Shitballs.
All right, so Yeah, you kind of like, you're trying to talk to these people, but they're like way too fancy for you, and you're just kind of striking out in making small talk or any conversation with them. But yeah, so.
No
But
appreciation.
I'm gonna give you guys one success for Josh's successful stealth check to sneak inside. So I think that should give you guys one. So
That makes sense.
you have one success, one failure, and it is to Bird Brain.
Right. So we're doing this for what now? We're trying to, like, become a part of the party?
You're trying to catch the girls who are invisible, sneaking around in this party with a bunch of poison and magical dusts and potions.
Then I'm going to look for the
do
subtle
whatever you want
clues.
with those girls and with the party.
I'm going to try and look for, like, the subtle clues of, like, cloth moving without it being touched, by anything visible, and kind of just try and get a grasp on where they are.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, and the other thing I'd like to do, tap the metal to my head. So I have an advantage on my investigation and stuff, if that's what you want me to do.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah,
So
you can use that metal now and
perception
have
or
advantage.
investigation?
You can do investigation, yeah. And remind me specifically what you're looking for.
Like any kind of signs of like cloth being moved without anyone touching it.
Got it,
Any
got
kind of signs for like where
Yeah, I'll say
footsteps and you don't see
investigation.
people.
Because they're here, you're kind of
Looking for the subtle signs.
all right. So you have advantage on that, so that's a success. So yeah, you see just like a table kind of bump and jostle for a second, though there's nobody around it.
Point in that direction to the others and go, and I don't really say anything. I just kind of point and make eye contact.
Nice.
I don't want to draw attention to us.
Gentoo.
Okay. Did that stealth check count as part of the skill challenge?
Yeah, I counted that. I gave that a success, but you can still take a turn.
Okay, so I can't use stealth. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try and use acrobatics to move about the party, like wiggling in between legs and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
All right.
The floor is
so we
slick
see,
enough you
like,
can belly
Angel-
slide under legs.
Well, I was about to say, like, we see Angel sitting there chatting with these nobles, and they're just like, "Oh, no, I don't have time for you, poor person." And in the background, we just see a little penguin slide by. That's on his belly. That's me.
All right, Harlan.
Harlan is just wading in. He's just pushing through the crowd like a ship pushing through water. He's just gonna athletics his way straight through as many people as get in his way, heading towards the direction that the kids were potentially spotted.
So he's just like pushing his way through here, no regard.
None whatsoever.
Okay. So you want to make an athletics check?
Yep.
Okay, do it. Yeah, so you push through these people, and you get to the other side. And you're trying to like move over towards where Birdbrain was pointing to get closer to the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do so, and you just plow your way through though, and everyone's kind of like looking over, like, "What the fuck?" Someone's like, "Ooh."
Sorry, everybody. Just trying to just work in security. And he kind of shows, pats one of his shields.
"My leg," says one of the guys on the ground. Laplace.
I'm going to dive deep into the stores of knowledge I have read about fancy dinners and fancy events. I'm going to just start whipping out etiquette I had never used before and classy dancing waltzy moves to just try and navigate through all these nobles like I belong here, just using just random bits of etiquette and classic school dance that I've read about with history.
Nice.
And I'm trying to make my way towards the prince because I have questions.
All right, yeah, that's a success.
So like I've got like my pinky extended. I'm giving all the how you do's, quiets, just shooting them off randomly as I'm just gliding through between people.
Nice. All right, hero.
So are there certain checks I'm not allowed to do?
No, I mean,
No, you just can't do one that you've already done more
Yeah.
than once.
Okay. I'm gonna try to talk to the guest and see if they know where they went. The girls.
okay.
I'm gonna use persuasion.
Persuasion. Yeah, sounds good.
Fuck.
Oh. Yeah, it seems like the two of you who have tried to talk to the party guests have both just gotten shot down. These people are way too fancy. They just kind of like rub their nose and be like, "Who's your father?" Never heard of him.
Cool.
All right, Angel.
I was thinking of maybe inciting to see if I could find some kind of person attending this party that might be not on, the noble side kind of thing. Maybe I could try to talk to them, see if I could find some, if there is someone like that, I guess.
Back.
So
Maybe
you're trying to find someone who's
who might be
like-
possibly actually on the, the rebel side or whatever.
okay, someone sympathetic to that cause.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Make a persuasion, yeah, or insight.
yeah.
That's right. Damn.
Yes.
There's nothing. There's no one. These people
So
are
you, you look around and you just cannot come up with anyone. It seems like you're having difficulty kind of getting on a read on anyone. And as you do, like, people are really starting to take notice of your group a little bit and kind of like get a little bit disgusted by them. And you guys are the one of the guards looks over towards your group, over towards you actually, Angel, since you're the most recent, and comes up to you and says, "Excuse me, I think you all are going to need to leave. This is a private event, and I don't think you belong here." And a bunch of guards kind of come and like and seem to be around, and we'll start to escort you out. As they do, you all make a perception check.
fun.
So you're looking around this party as you guys seem to like come in and just kind of like bulldozed over people. You're like running around looking in all the corners. You like try to talk to people, but like you strike out every time. Like you just make fools of yourself. And they look over. The prince kind of looks over at you as you guys are out, and just like, yeah, maybe I was wrong about you. Have a good life. And he just like shoos you out, and the guards kind of push you out the door. But you do see, Angel, you see the door to the kitchen swing open, and no one's there to push it open. And as you look inside, you then suddenly hear like a couple of thumps, boom, 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 and like the sounds of cooking have kind of like stopped. You notice this. Nobody else notices this. So you kind of infer that they went into the kitchen and did something there.
Oh shoot.
You guys are pushed out of the door, and then
Can I cast Fog Cloud instead?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, you just
I
see
want
you
someone
see
to-
Gintu hold up a little snowball and one little flipper, go whack, and like throw it at the ground, and it puffs into fog.
So you go ahead.
No, I also want the person trying to push Harlan out to try to push Harlan out.
Okay, so this happens. You cast Fog Cloud. You guys all becomes chaos. People start screaming, "Ah! What happened?" And you kind of are able to slip away from the people who are around you as everything goes dark. Where do you all go?
We're all holding
As everyone's kind of
hands.
screaming, nobody seems to see you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
We're all holding hands.
I think Gintu's probably going to run for the nearest room that is not occupied by people.
I would mention the
You're going to try to
kitchen
find one at least.
that I saw, something in there. Most likely the
I'd
girls.
sneak my way into the kitchen after she mentions it.
Same.
I'd head towards wherever I think the kitchen is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm across the room from them, but seeing them all make for the same direction,
It
I
might be a
will
little obvious
str-
if we all go to the kitchen, but we'll go
I
right.
cast Thaumaturgy at like far away distance from wherever they are and make like a giant fucking like loud bang.
On the other side of the
Room.
room.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys run over to the kitchen. You make this loud bang. And you guys step into the kitchen. The fog cloud is outside. And as you step in, did everybody go into the kitchen, or does anyone stay back?
Yeah, I'll go.
I'm gonna hang outside the kitchen door for a minute and like look over the foggy room.
Okay.
Going in.
So, all right. So just Harlan kind of stands back for a second. Everybody else runs in, and they step into this room, and they see in front of them are a couple chefs and just an empty a kitchen where they're like cooking all the meals and everything. All of the chefs in this room are like unconscious on the floor.
Oh, well then.
Can I do a medicine check on them?
Yeah, you can. As you step into this room, yeah, it seems that they're all unconscious.
Okay.
But as you step into this room, there is this like alarm that goes off, and you are all just flashed with this purple light.
Oh no.
And suddenly, you kind of look around you, and things around you just start to grow bigger and bigger and bigger, as you all stay kind of the same size to each other, but it seems like the room around you just grows humongous. And
As we're shrinking,
you shrink
Birdbrain is gonna use their father's voice to, kind of use the same. Please go stop them from doing this. What the line that he used, but it gets
Okay.
squeakier and tinier until it just poops away.
All right, so you guys are just brought into this like tiny size, and you see, you are like now the tallest of you is maybe like 1.5 inches tall, and you see running. Now you see them because you're like down in their size, and they are the same size as you. You see the two girls on the other side of this room, and they're like about to start climbing up onto the countertop. And it seems like they're invisibility is worn off, and they're now very clear to see, but they're like tiny, but they're your size as you see them across the way.
Oh, this is perfect, actually.
Are there any rats nearby?
There's no rats.
Dang.
Just the girls who are starting to like climb up the kitchen counter. So, you guys chase after them?
Yes.
Wah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so you run. You
So
start chasing
Gentu
after
said
these
no.
girls.
He's
Harlan,
the only person who speaks primordial here.
Harlan, you're standing outside. You have heard nothing. You're just kind of like standing there. It seems like the cloud is still in force. People are like kind of moving away from it. Just watching. What are you doing?
Be so much better thinking.
First, I'm trying to clock where the prince is, and see if there's any motion in the cloud towards him or his table.
You can't. I don't think you can see anything because you're like in the cloud right now.
Am I? Okay.
I mean, the cloud is pretty big, right? Like 20-foot radius. Yeah, like it fills most of this room that y'all are in.
All right. Well, if it fills the room, then, after taking one last look and realizing that he can't see a thing, he will turn around. Actually, he'll actually where's the kitchen entrance relative to the prince's table?
I mean, it's probably pretty far away. Yeah, I think it's kind of on the side of this room from the entrance, and would be like kind of down the hallway from it. So across the room. So maybe like 30, 40 feet away.
Okay. In that case, doesn't think he can get across to the prince's table. Even if he did, he can't tell if the prince has moved. So he's going to step back in to the kitchen now that he's kind of clocked the situation in the dining area.
Yeah, nice. So as he does, he steps into the kitchen, and he's also just kind of hit with this flash of purple light, and like all of his companions, shrinks down to their size, and sees them all just chasing after the two girls who are climbing up the side of the countertop. So you guys chase the girls over to the counter. They are climbing up. You are all now tiny. There's these giant chefs passed out all over the ground. You're running along the kitchen tile. You get to the side of the counter. You all start climbing up. You get to the bottom like as the girls are cresting the top. And you all can climb up no problem. You're not necessarily fast at it, but you climb up the side of the counter. And I'm going to bring you to our map for this.
Ooh, hey, this is fun.
New map.
So,
I know this map.
Ooh, delicious.
nice.
Where are we?
You are going to be... I don't have you on here yet, but I'm going to draw a little spot.
So this is why this is like the Thanksgiving adventure.
I will climb the yams.
I will bull rush the tea.
Okay, is that everyone? Who are we missing? Oh, Harlan. There he is. Nice. Okay, cool. So, y'all can. No, we don't need to roll initiative yet. We'll wait for that. So you see, actually, let me bring the girls over here. They're probably much farther than you already. So yeah, you would see the girls over here. Let me put them on your map. Okay, you can see the girls over here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're like climbing over this pie. And they're just like cresting the other side, and they're about to jump off the other side of the pie. And they just walked along like the crust of this pie daintily and are hopping off on the other side. So as you guys climb up, you see they're just like they have this like bag of powder, and they're just like throwing it around them on things. You see them like throw it on this rolling pin that's next to them. You then notice that the same glittering powder is on the yams around you, and on the teapot, and on the mushroom, and on all the little things. They've been like spreading this powder, and suddenly the yams, like the little roots that are growing out of them, start to grow a little bit bigger and like shoot out towards you. Similarly, the teapot begins to like shake and boil, and like hot boiling water starts like spitting out of the top of it. So I need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw as these like things from the yams, the roots of the yams, come out towards you.
Oh shit.
Ugh.
That's about what I expected.
Oh, no problem. It's a typical Tuesday.
All right. So yeah,
Point.
Birdbrain, Harlan, and Laplace, you guys are all like pulled into this. The rest of you are able to step out of the way as you're like pulled into the yam that's like right beneath the teapot, and the boiling water roils over and drips down on you. So you're each going to take.
I'm seeing a theme of plant-based enemies.
I was gonna say Harlan's going to get really paranoid about food here if this happens too many more times in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Must be. I'm in the mood for animated vegetables, I guess.
So we take 4 damage?
VeggieTales.
Yeah. So Laplace and Harlan and Birdbrain, y'all take 4 damage.
I'll do that once I get back to my computer. Have to take dog outside.
No problem.
Okay, so I made the check with 12?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, 12 was the DC.
nice.
So yeah, you guys are able to like pull yourselves out. It seems that like the magic on these things begins to fade soon after they like did something. Then the so you are able to like continue up, and you walk further. It seems like there's no way to make it around this pie. The only way to go across is the way that they did, which is like walking across on the crust. As they are now off of the crust and kind of run across this part of the counter, and they're approaching the giant soup in the distance.
Harlan is not used to being smaller than things, so his immediate reaction is to try to bull rush the pie and just push it out of the way.
Okay, make me a strength check.
Flat strength?
Yeah.
Oops.
You.
You just kind of run up against this pie and begin to push. It does not budge.
Holland,
Can I hop off? Go ahead.
I don't think you can push that pie, Holland.
Can I bounce off of Harlan's head and like run across the crust?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And you're small, so I'll give you advantage on your acrobatics check.
I
Oh.
can't stop the penguin.
Nice.
Ooh, thank God
Wow.
for advantage.
Yeah, so he easily hops over.
Slide along my belly along the crust.
Don't much like not being able to push things out of the way.
Now that pie is unsanitary.
Well, considering they just put a bunch of powder on it, it wouldn't be safe to eat anyway. But that's the point.
I mean, I wonder what the powder tastes like.
Do not.
Oh no,
eat
that
it.
was out
And
of
then,
character. My character can't
And then
talk.
on the other side of the pie, you see Gentoo create little ice shurikens in his flippers and just goes, wah, wah!
Mr. Gentoo, no.
Starts waving him around.
All right. So Gentoo crosses the pie. The rest of you are on the other side. You're going to try to cross? How are you going to do this?
Harlan's climbing up and he's going to try to cross, as disgruntled as he is about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
try
love
and
that the
follow.
little pie the little crust strips line up with the grid.
I know, it's so
Makes me
perfect.
so happy.
Me too.
I will also try to cross.
Um,
And I might inspect the powder before I start trying to cross.
okay, cool. Yeah, make a Arcana check on the powder. Yeah, so it seems this powder is like somehow giving them the power to like animate things and make things do their will. Though it seems like the reason that the powder like faded from the previous ones is that they started concentrating on other things. That's why. Otherwise, they could maybe like have held the animation of that spell for longer.
Gotcha. Okay. It seems like I can only animate a couple things at a time, which means I might be saved too. I start taking my fingertip with the powder to my tongue. Safe to taste it. I taste it.
It's just kind of chalky.
Bleh.
All right,
Writes
so
down a
anyone
note
who's
about the taste
crossing,
of powder.
anyone who's going across the pie can make an acrobatics check to try to cross the pie.
Mr. Laplace, you shouldn't put strange things in your mouth.
How else am I to know what it tastes
Harlan.
like?
Do you have heavy armor?
Yes. Yes,
So
I
make
do.
You make this disadvantage then.
Absolutely.
I also have heavy armor.
Okay, you get disadvantage too.
And we are not doing good.
Wow.
This is
Oh, wow.
Harlan's
Think
time to
we
shine, and
all
I'm here
failed.
for it.
Bird.
Yeah, I'm still. I'm on my way back here in a second. I have to give dogs
Okay,
treats
no
after
worries.
taking them out.
I'll deal with these guys.
I'm gonna fucking murder those children at this rate. Somebody stop me.
We could murder them.
Y'all start running across, and the crust just breaks beneath you, and
Oh,
you
wait,
fall
no!
in. And this pie, as you're walking across, I should say.
There! Don't. Sorry.
Oh no, no worries. The filling of the pie is just like steaming hot, and as you fall into this like hot sludge, it just burns. Oh fuck, it's hot. It's like been cooling for a little bit, you know, so you're not like boiled. It's not quite as bad as the boiling water. But you each take 2 fire damage. But you're also restrained. Here's what I'll say. This is yeah, you'll need to make like a strength check to get, or an athletics check to get across and out. If not, you'll take another fire damage trying to like pull yourself across.
Okay. Back. Sorry about that. I took 4 before.
No problem. So roll me an acrobatics check. So everybody who fell, well, I'll wait till I see if Birdbrain makes it across. Okay, yeah. So you fell into the hot goo of the pie as well, and you also took 2 fire damage. And all 5 of you make me an athletics check to get across, to get out of the pie quickly.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
The 7
Okay.
will die in the pie.
Angel, you get out of the pie.
Uh,
The
j-
rest
Don't
of you-
think that's what they
Jintu,
mean
seeing
when
all
they
of you
say
struggle
crow
in the pie.
I don't
So the
think
rest
this is
of
what
you-
they mean when they say crow pie, right?
The rest
Seeing all
of
of you struggle in the goo, Jintu like looks back at you and just goes, "Wah wah wah wah."
As you're making fun of everyone, like my hand pops out from the pie and grabs your foot.
Ain't
Well, no,
nobody
he
need a
looked over his
bench
shoulder and
yet.
gave you
We're
almost
not
like a thumbs
dead.
up with his flipper.
And you
Wah,
probably
wah,
would have.
wah.
Okay, so as you guys all get across the pie, you see the girls have been running through here, throwing their dust. They run like to the top of the bowl of soup, and they are like throwing pixie dust up at the appliances, the utensils above them, and just like are running above the soup on the counter. As they run out of there, all around you, all those eggs begin to kind of glitter and animate, and so does the bowling pin, or the rolling pin, not bowling pin, that is beside you. So all of that stuff animates, and I need everyone to roll me initiative. As these eggs kind of start just like hopping up and start hopping towards you aggressively.
The total damage for failing both pie rolls is 5, right?
Say that again.
The total damage taken from failing both pie rolls is 5, a 3, and then a 2, and then a 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we reduce the animated eggs to 0 hit points, is that an execution?
Definitely.
Hmm.
Okay, there it is. All right. All right, so Hero, you're surrounded. There's this rolling pin that's just kind of sitting there, and it like, it's just contentedly rocking back and forth right now. Seems just like it's chilling. These eggs, however, are like bumping up and kind of aggressively starting to move in your direction. The 4 of them here, while there's 2 others that stand back, guarding the exit.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just kill these things, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna run up to them and cast, what's the range? It's 15-foot cube from me? So I think I can get all 4 of them, right? Yeah?
What is this?
Yeah. Wait, is this Thunder Wave?
Yeah.
Well, it needs to
Well,
be in like a direction.
Yeah, it's
So-
it's a 3x3 area that's adjacent to you.
Oh.
So if you
So
were
the
there, you could
technical
get
cone?
3 of them.
Is there any way I can get all 4 of them if I go here?
No,
Mm,
because it's a
No.
15-foot cube, so it's like 3 by 3.
What about here?
No, you can still just get 3.
Fuck. Well, fuck it. I'll get 3 of them.
All right, cool.
And I'll cast my Channel Divinity, which allows me to max out the damage die.
Oh damn.
So it's two 8s. So 8 plus 8. What is that? It's a number 16.
Yeah, so it's 16. Okay, so they need to make
Sit down.
Constitution saves. Let's see. Actually, I think I made these eggs pretty constituted. So 3 of them. 1, 2, 3.
Damn.
Okay, that was a
DC is
good.
13. So I think they still take half, right?
Yeah, so they take what is that? 8 damage? Wait, what did you say it was? 8 damage? Yeah, okay. So they all take, one of them takes 6. Okay, so here's what happens. You do this thunder wave, and they all start kind of like vibrating and shaking. One of them just is shaking and then just fucking splats, and the egg like cracks, and the egg inside like just splats everywhere.
Mhm.
And the other one kind of looks over at it horrified. But the other two who were vibrating just start to like slow down and settle down. It seems that they're not hurt at all. It seems that you either crack the egg or you don't. Is like what it kind of seems like. You cracked the one egg, the other two remain uncracked.
So they don't take any damage, it looks like?
Yeah, it looks like they're just totally fine.
Interesting.
So Harlan, it is your turn.
All right. Harlan will charge at these 2 eggs right here. Just run a line straight through and try to shove them into, it looks like the candle.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm just gonna straight up try to shove them, the unanimated egg behind them, off the table.
Okay, you can't go off of the back. The back is like a wall. So you're like up against a wall here.
Oh, that's the wall? Then
Yeah.
I will shove them
It's like a
against the
counter.
wall. That
Cool.
works.
Yeah.
Shrug the shield off my shoulders and do the thing.
Nice. So do they make athletics?
They make athletics checks to resist this, and they'll take damage if they get pushed.
Nice. So one of them resists. Right, because if they just make it,
Yeah.
okay.
You may want to post rampant charge.
Yep. Yep.
Successfully
So-
shove it, you push it ahead of you. Yeah, so I don't think that one would have successfully shoved.
Yeah. No.
You're just pushing a structure. Okay, so one of them takes 2d6 plus your strength modifier. So why don't you roll that for how much you hit one of them?
I
So you
will
crack that egg.
Crack that egg.
Oof, yes, 11 damage is enough. So one of them you just slam against the wall here and crack it. The other one kind of dodges out of the way.
Harlan kind of shakes off little bits of eggshell and egg goop. And he will ready a move to charge this egg if it gets closer to Laplace.
Okay, nice. Are you up there now? Because you ran into them?
Yeah, sorry, I would be here.
Yeah, nice.
Uh,
Okay.
And yeah. So rampant charge is a move. So I'll just ready an action to shove that, to shield bash this egg here if it tries to leave where it is.
Okay, cool. Bird brain.
Yes. I think I'm just gonna shoot one of these eggs and try and crack it. So, yeah, the one right here, that one. $15.
15 will hit for sure. So why don't you roll me damage? Alright, so you hit it, but the bullet like just kind of boing, bounces off of the side of the egg. It looks like it kind of like put a little like chip in its shell, but it didn't seem to crack it.
Then I'm just gonna do some moving to the other side of the group, and that'll be it for me.
All right.
Oh, I fucked up my initiative again because I'm fucking slow. I'm at 18. I forgot.
Okay, 18. So go now. Thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna try to shoot this little leg here. The one in front. There we go. Where's the button? That's 17. What is that?
Yeah, 17 will hit. So roll for damage.
Here we go.
As you hit with that, bing, it just bounces off the side,
Oh, shit.
and just like his did, doesn't crack the egg.
Well, that's a problem.
Then my whip definitely wouldn't have been able to do a thing.
All right.
And now we're on top of this giant bowling pin.
Anything else you want to do?
No, that's it.
All right. So it is the rolling pin's turn. Who just kind of rolling back and forth to themselves. These two little eyes open on the rolling pin, and they look over towards you, and then they look over at all the eggs and stuff, and this little kind of smile appears in the grain of wood, and it just turns towards you and starts rolling in that direction. Actually, he's gonna roll all the way here and hit.
Wah, wah, wah.
I guess it would come here. So I need your Bird Brain, Jintu, Laplace, and Hero to make me dexterity saving throws. Angel, you get advantage because you're just dodging the handle, not the whole thing. And then I'll make it for a couple of these little eggies.
Hey.
Oh wow! Oh wow! The eggs.
Wow, eggs are expecting it.
Shit. Okay, so anyone who's dexterity, wait. Oh shit, you all succeeded. Okay, so you're all gonna take just half of this. So two damage. And then that is Jintu's turn.
Let's see. Got eggs. Stupid rolling pin. What's my speed? Great. Okay, penguin speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, I will go over there. And yeah, Gentoo is going to conjure up a little ice cube, and he's gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot this egg over here. Yeah. Let's see. That should be
Oh yeah, that hits.
For 6 damage.
Alright, you hit it. It seems like you do another little chip in it. It's still, the egg's not broken, but it seems like it might take a little less to break it next time. This one over here is looking a little more rough.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think that's all I can do. Yeah, it's me.
Okay, Laplace.
Can I try and determine if the rolling pin can understand me? Like, hey, Mr. Rolling Pin, don't roll on us again this time. Does it seem like it's understanding what I'm saying?
Make me an intelligence check.
Absolutely.
You're not sure if it understands you or not. It doesn't seem to respond
Gotcha. In that
in any
case,
noticeable way.
In that case, I am going to cast Bless. And I'm going to hit Angel, Bird Brain, and let's see here. I guess I think Harlan mainly does athletic checks and Hero is more like spells. Does that
Yeah,
sound about right?
that's right.
Yeah, so
Uh-huh.
Angel, Bird Brain, and Gintu. Like, Agma guide our shots and our ability to not get rolled over by guiding rolling pins. That really hurt, and I don't want to get rolled over again, Agma. And I'm going to start running forward.
Okay. All right.
It doesn't quite clear the rolling pin, but I'm trying to get out of the way of that.
Uh-huh. Okay, that is in your turn. The eggs now are going to attack. One will attack Hero, one will attack Laplace. And they just like kind of jump at you and try to like headbutt you with their shells.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does a 15 hit you, Laplace?
Nope.
Alright, so they both miss on their attacks. You guys are able to dodge out of the way of these little shells. The other two are going to move forward. So they'll kind of like rush here and here. Okay, and I'll put the ones in red are kind of a little messed up already, so you think they're a little easier to crack than the other ones. Alright, Hero.
Anybody look low? Probably not enough for me to heal. I'm going to use Sacred Spark, aka Sacred Flame, on the one in front of me. It has to make a DC 13 Dex save, or take 5 Radiant. Eric?
Yep, sorry, I was going in deck save. There we go.
Nice. So it takes 5 Radiant?
Nice. So you kind of blast that one up. It kind of like boom. It seems like it kind of it shakes it up a little bit, but it kind of bounces back. It seems that it did not crack the egg.
I see. Okay.
You're kind of getting the idea that like as you guys hit these guys, it's hurting them, but you need to do like one big hit to actually crack them. So basically, you're trying to like hit an amount of damage to make them crack, and you're bringing that number down each time you hit them, but you still gotta like give them big hits to make them crack.
Okay.
All right, Harlan.
Oh, hey, I wasn't done.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all good. I'm gonna bonus action shift because this will probably be my last fight today. Hopefully we don't have to fight other things. Might as well blow this out. And then I'm also going to. Actually, I'll stay there. That's my turn.
All right. Harlan, it's your turn.
All right, so Harlan is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With a 6 movement speed, he can go around the thing and get to there. I will take any opportunity attacks I need to.
Okay, so that would be just this one guy. But he will take an opportunity attack, try to slam his shell against you. Oh, at 21.
Hold please. Yes, that just hits.
So he does 4 bludgeoning damage as he slams against you. Let's see. and it almost cracks. He almost cracks from that hit, but is able to. Doesn't quite do it.
Okay. And he is just gonna charge. He's gonna do his rampant charge thing again, but he's charging specifically the rolling pin because he wants to get it rolling.
Okay, nice. Where's he trying to roll it to?
He's trying to roll it over this egg
Nice.
and into the wall. So, boom.
13. Let me roll for this rolling pin. Oh shit!
I goes to defender.
How the hell do I not roll a rolling pin? All right, Harlan has to seriously reconsider his life choices.
Back against you.
That's like, but think about it this way. That's like you being, you know what I mean, an ant and charging a rolling pin and expecting the rolling pin to move. You know what I mean? Like, you're trying to move something drastically bigger than you.
Mm-hmm. Then I will bonus action shield bash the rolling pin.
Okay, nice.
It's like, screw you. Screw you, rolling pin.
So here's what happens. You kind of push against it. You push against it, and it like kind of pushes back against you. But then you get angry and you like roll back and you slam your shield against it, and then it does in fact roll back and squish that little egg behind it. Which is okay. So Susan, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna go for this one. It's hard. Let's see what we can do. Mm, 17 hits.
17 hits, yeah.
Prage? Oh shit. Nope.
Which one were you shooting at?
This red one.
So that one has like taken a couple shots, and at that finally you hit it, and it just like and just cracks in half, and the top of it's like as it just kind of slides off of the body,
Imagine
and the egg just
pitch.
goop. Yeah, it's horrifying.
I want to go down like Humpty Dumpty.
So, Birdbrain, it's to you.
Is going to put away the pistol, noticing that it takes big damage, and pulls out the rifle. All part of the attack action, and I'm going to fire at the one that's closer to me.
Okay, cool.
Hold on, I just gotta change something real quick. And then fire. I believe 19 hits because my last one hit, but I don't think 6 does it because the 6 was my last hit.
Which you
one
hit that one
right
once before. Yeah, so you hit it, and it seems like it's quite about ready to crack, but that does not quite do it.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Just gonna back up and hide, kind of like half behind. You know what I mean? Half cover it. You know what I mean?
Yep. So the rolling pin. Oh shoot.
Oh no.
Is gonna roll once again. So I need. It's gonna come this way.
Just lodge your shield into the ground so it acts like a ramp.
I got 2 shields to do it too.
So Hero, Harlan, Jintu, and Laplace make me some saves. I'm gonna make them for the eggs here. Dexterity saves.
Yep.
Laplace, no. Harlan, no.
does 4 bludgeoning damage to Harlan and Laplace. Gentoo and Hero take 2. As then these eggs, both of them seem like the rolling pin just like rolls over them both and squishes them. They're vulnerable to that kind of damage, as it just like cracks both of the eggs.
And I'm gonna make a concentration check for Bless. I think Bless is down.
Yeah. So there's just this rolling pin as it's kind of rocking back and forth. All the eggs are gone. You guys can just kind of make a dash for it and get past it.
Sure.
I am down for that.
All right. So we'll just hop out of initiative for a second. You guys run past the rolling pin. It seems like it can't catch you as you go past this big bag of flour. It can't like fit in that area, so it's unable to pursue. You now approach this giant boiling pot of soup, and just behind it on the counter are a bunch of cooking utensils hanging on the shelf that have clearly had some pixie dust thrown upon them, or whatever kind of dust.
Oh no.
And the girls now have kind of like run off to the other side of the pot.
Harlan gives the rolling pin a little kick on this corner here as he passes it, because he's very grumpy about the fact that he couldn't get it to move.
Alright, nice. You rush forward. Go ahead.
Would it be possible to scale the pot?
Yeah, totally. You can, as you look, you could try to like jump up and climb the side of it. That would seem pretty difficult. However, the bag of flour next to it would be much easier to climb and then like hop over onto the handle.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Harlan's gonna try going around this opposite side.
All right, cool.
LaPlaza is going to follow Harlan.
So LaPlaza and Harlan are kind of trying to go down below it. Gentoo's going up and hopping on top. So yeah, you can hop over there, no problem, Gentoo. Like onto the top. To go around, it seems like it'd be really hard to go around it. You could also, there's like all these floating potatoes and mushrooms.
That's what can I hop from potato to potato?
Totally.
That's amazing.
I'll give you advantage because of your size again, because you're like so small and light that you kind of.
Would that be athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
How hot is this suit?
Oh
no. Yeah,
no.
You're hopping along, but you kind of slip on one of the potatoes and fall
Penguin soup.
And the soup is a little hotter than the pie was.
And the waters you're used to.
So that's 4 damage. You can try to swim across, which would be an athletics check.
I have a natural swim speed.
Okay, actually, then yeah, never mind. You can just swim across and get out before it burns you more.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, you swim across. Just hop out the other side. Folks who are going below, Harlan, Laplace, Birdbrain, Hero, and Angel, where are you going?
We can't like squeeze through around up here.
You could. It seems like as you start walking over there, you did notice that the utensils had been like coated with that animation dust.
Oh, okay. Fuck it. We'll go on. We'll soup bound it.
Yeah, maybe avoid the utensils if we can squeeze the other way.
All right, so you guys are trying to squeeze through down here. As you do, you see the parsley on the other side has been sprayed with the has been hit
I
with
can
the
totally kill some fucking parsley.
dust, and it comes over
I'm just
and
gonna
it
eat the
tries
fucking
to
parsley.
grapple onto
I
you
can't.
and
but I can
pull you
kill
up
it.
into the soup. So it will. You need to make me an athletics or acrobatics check to kind of break out of the parsley. The grasping parsley. Birdbrain does it no problem. Just jumps on through, makes it to the other side. Laplace
Oh no.
is grabbed up by the parsley, and it pulls him up into the soup. Uh-oh, not looking good.
Could you roll it for me?
1 damage for Laplace.
I am going to cast Healing Word on myself real quick.
Okay, you can do that for sure.
Oh, that's
Harlan,
enough
you
for
also
hope.
just take 1 damage.
All right.
Hero and Angel, are you following that way as well?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm downstairs, so I can't roll right now.
Oh, no problem. I can roll for you guys.
Yes, please.
What's the roll for it? Acrobatics?
Or athletics, as it's like this parsley that's trying to grapple you.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Alright. Yeah, so both of you make it through without taking any damage. And Harlan, yeah, you took the 1. Cool.
I'm in the soup now, right?
Yeah, you guys are in the soup, so you can make an athletics
Turtle soup.
or
Turtle
acrobatics check to cross the soup now without taking any more damage.
Ugh.
So why don't you make another check for me?
I am
Harlan
going to use my. I'm gonna use my God, what's it called divinity. I haven't played
Channel
that game.
Divinity.
Channel divinity to get myself proficiency in acrobatics. So I'll be adding
Nice.
2 to this.
Nice.
24. I didn't need to do that apparently, but I'll take
Nice.
a 24.
Ooh, that's good. Take 6 damage as you make it across the soup.
Just as FYI, everyone, Harlan is not looking good.
So I take the 6 damage, but I make it across.
Yes.
Didn't you
Yep,
take a health
make it
potion
across.
as your free item from the last quest?
That would be a solid nope.
I didn't either. Also, I had the 6 damage takes me into unconscious.
Well, you don't. You succeeded, so you would take half of that.
Oh, okay.
So then
And-
you guys make it across, no problem. After that, I mean,
Okay,
it is a
fair.
problem. You're burned, you're fucked up, but you climb out. You're okay. You guys see now, as you kind of enter this new area, you see you come off on the other side of this like big slab of ham, and you see that the girls have made it to the other side, and they are next to the cranberries, and you see them like getting ready to put the poison into the cranberries.
Again, I'm just gonna try and yell out using their father's voice about, sharing the mission that he sent us here to stop them.
Or mother.
Mother? Was it the mother?
Mother.
Okay,
Okay,
mother.
so you run up and yell that with their mother's voice. Why don't you make me a performance check? I'll say with advantage, because you're using the mother's voice. Or persuasion.
Let's try persuasion, because
Well,
they're both zeros. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, you make that call, and they kind of look back, and they're like, "Mom," and they look at you, and they're like, both look really creeped out. They're like,
It's like, nah, it's not possible.
she turns back Fanny turns back to you and is like, gross. Who are you? Stop chasing us. Get away. We're just trying to make everything better, okay? We just want Mom to stop what she needs to do and be okay.
Your mother sent us. We're here to help out.
That's a pretty good one.
They look at you.
Can Gintu like hop off the bread, land on one of these grapes, and start like rolling across the cutting board on a grape like it's a big beach ball?
Yeah, make me an acrobatics check. See how well you do that.
That's fantastic.
As he does, he just goes, "Wah!" pointing at the girls angrily with a flipper.
Jen. I forgot my accent.
Yeah, you do it well.
Jen too?
You grab the grape, you roll over towards them, and the girls look back at you. All around you, the bread, the meat, the knife begin to kind of like shake and animate. Out of the meat starts to form this giant like meat monster. They say, you need to get away from us right now, as this giant meat monster emerges from the ham.
Oh God!
What the fuck?
As I was about to cut some ham out and eat it.
And they just yell at you and they say, no one needs to get hurt. Just leave us alone. We'll take care of it.
Oh, you totally missed out. Here you go. Next time, here's a meat monster for you, and I'm putting it out of character chat.
Nice. Great. So this monster is coming towards you. The girls are poisoning the cranberries. We're going to just start back at the top of the initiative order. These guys.
Oh my.
Who's first?
Oh, sorry. Let me get it there. So, Hero, it's back to you.
Okay.
This giant meat monster's popped out.
Okay, I'm gonna goat this guy. So I will go ahead and cast Sanctuary. Gale
Okay,
Sanctuary,
nice.
I should say.
On who? On you?
On myself. And then I'm gonna get right up on him and dodge. I'm dodging.
Okay, cool.
And then I'm gonna tell him that he smells. Hey, you smell
Delicious.
like meat. That's it.
Yeah. It seems to have no response, no consciousness of your insult. But it does smell like delicious ham.
Yummy.
All right, Harlan, your turn.
Alright, so I'm going to use my move and my action to charge the cranberries and try to either shove them into the wall so that they break, or shove them off the table.
Nice. Okay,
Counter.
so they've just poisoned these cranberries. You shove them off the table.
Yep.
Why don't you make me a strength check?
Flat strength, not
well,
acrobatic.
You can do
athletics.
athletics. You can do athletics.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's like a shove. Yeah.
Alright. God, I'm not.
What is? Stop rolling like you.
I know, right?
Yeah. You push it. You like kind of slip on a cranberry right as you're about to hit it, and just like face plant on the ground.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use a bonus action to shove as well. So
Okay. So you
let's
get
try
back
this
up,
again.
try to push it. Now you're like lower. You get a good position.
That's better.
Nice. And so yeah, you do. You topple that bowl of cranberries off of the side and the falls off the side of the counter, cracks and shatters on the ground. And the girls look at you and they go, "No, why'd you do that? We were so close."
Close to what? Getting an entire royal family to go after you and your kin? No.
Just
This
look
ain't
at
the
you,
way.
grumpy. All right, Susan.
I mean, it is a simple way. Why are we fighting these monsters when we could let them fight for us? Hmm. As I shoot the meat monster in the head.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Jeez. Rolling damage like a Susan.
4 damage. Nice. So you just shoot your pistol, and a little chunk of the meat monster comes flying off. It yells. Bird brain.
Gonna go ahead and take a shot. Oh, I'm sorry. I always forget that I gotta do something every time I take a shot. 20?
Yeah, 20 is gonna hit for sure.
See if and hold damage.
Nice.
And
So
yeah,
you also grab your rifle, and another slab of meat comes flying out of it.
That's my turn.
All right. The meat monster is going to make. Is it a wisdom save to attack you, Hero?
Hero?
I think it is. Yeah, it is. So he fails. So he tries to. He winds up to attack Hero, but then the attack just kind of fades as he seems to be distracted, or kind of put off by Hero's spell. All right, that goes to Jintu.
Okay, I'm gonna do something a little weird here. Let's see. I see. Hang on. I noticed this lemon, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna walk up to it, stick my flippers on it, get nice all coated in lemon juice, and Gintu will look from one flipper over to the next and start nod his head, wah, wah, and start heading this way. And I'm gonna try and make a ranged attack against the children. Let's see, are they within? Yes, fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, so Gintu's going to crystallize the air and the lemon juice on his little flippers, and he's going to try and shoot a little lemon juice ice cube at him.
Okay, nice. You do it.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
For 7 damage.
So you
do they take any? Do they take any acid damage from all the lemon juice?
Well, you just knock them out in one hit.
The taller one.
All right, so Alyssa, the taller, dark-haired girl, gets hit with this lemon in the head and falls down, unconscious. And suddenly that meat monster, just loses animation and falls down.
Just out of curiosity, how big was said meat monster? If someone walked into the kitchen who wouldn't shrink,
Maybe
would it
6
have been
inches tall?
a meat doll, basically?
Yeah, totally.
That's
so
gross.
Meat Chucky, got it.
That's super gross.
Jintu, do you attack with non-lethal damage or lethal damage when you are attacking? Girl.
Yeah, let me hang on. Let me check if I can if I have a choice here. It does say I can knock them unconscious. I'll knock.
It is glaring at you.
Yeah, I'll knock him unconscious.
Okay. So you just knock them unconscious, and the girl goes, "Alyssa!" She like starts like shaking her sister to try to wake her up.
Mm.
And yeah, the meat monster is gone. The girl's just like crying over her sister now. So what do you guys do? We'll exit initiative.
Just walk over and take them both into some form of custody, probably.
Gintu, as he's walking up, Gintu will form a blade of ice on a flipper, ready to execute. Wow.
Harlan, as bad as he looks, will interpose himself between Gentoo and the girls.
Oh, I was just gonna
And-
smack the blade away as well.
And hold both shields up. No, they're kids and they made a mistake. I'm not letting you do that.
Just throws his flippers up in exasperation.
Okay, guys, I think we should just bring him back.
You girls had the perfect infiltration tools and poisoning tools, and you wasted on eggs.
The little girl Fanny goes,
And a meat doll. Don't forget the meat doll.
I thought it was funny.
It was fun, I agree.
Did you
But
see that rolling pin?
it was very cute. But we're trying to start a revolution
I saw
here.
the rolling pin up close and personal, and Harlan's just exasperated.
I so wish I could speak to just go, and which one of these things was supposed to kill the prince, but I have no ability to ask this.
Oh, they were putting poison in the cranberries.
Okay,
I mean,
so
some of
someone
this
walks
is
into the
poison,
kitchen.
right?
She goes, we heard that the prince liked cranberries.
But somebody walks into the kitchen, sees all of this shit going on, and goes, "Yep, I'm gonna feed those cranberries to the prince."
Yeah, exactly.
So, you guys stand in here all beat up. You do hear like whatever commotion was outside from the fog cloud has kind of calmed down, and the door does begin to crack open, and you see one of the guard walk in.
Is there another exit to the kitchen?
I hide behind the bread.
If you look on the other side, okay,
I am also hiding by the bread.
make stealth checks with
Yeah.
advantage.
We're still tiny. Maybe we could find like a little mouse hole or something. Maybe that's a bad idea. I don't know how long this lasts. You don't want to get big again in the middle of the walls, I guess.
Stealth check, sorry.
Kind of a group stealth check here, as you are trying to hide as this guy's looking around. It's like, what the fuck? As he sees all the
Dive into the bread head
chefs
first.
laying unconscious.
I start eating it as we're waiting.
You see across the countertop there is a pie sitting and cooling in a window, and that window's open. This is another way you could possibly escape.
And now it's a stealth mission. Boom, 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 boom.
So
So how do we get big again?
Great question.
I'm sure it
you
just
can make
wears
an
off
Arcana
eventually.
check.
Could just be after like a duration. Magic just dissipates on its own, you know? After an hour or something.
So you guys see this guy's kind of looking around, and then he doesn't see you as you hide behind the bread and other items, and he exits back and he starts like calling for help. You guys, the girl points to the window at the other side of the countertop and says like, "We can get out that way."
Make our way there.
So you all just sprint back across the countertop without the animated things attacking you. It's quite easy to just run across the other side. You climb up onto the pie, and look outside the window. The second you start climbing out and like get on the other side of the window, like and you're actually outside standing on the pie, you begin to grow and you just kind of like fall out of the window on the outside.
Oh, nice.
Were there any? How far is the drop?
A couple feet, but like you grow in time before you hit the ground, so it's not a bad hit, not a bad fall.
Was I able to spot any cookbooks or recipe books close to the window?
Also, was the pie in the window untouched, poison, and powder wise?
Yes.
I'm stealing the pie.
Well, the pie, I think you can steal like a half of it that remains because
Yeah,
as you guys
whatever's
put
left,
roast
I'm just
pies
gonna
on
start
you kinda
eating it
break
as we walk away.
Okay, cool. So you grab the pie. You guys run. You guys make your way out. You can kind of blend back in with the crowd as people are just still gathered around for this party. But you're outside of like the main castle area in no time, and make your way back towards the warehouse where the rebel faction was. And the other girl wakes up soon enough on your way back, and the girls are just kind of like sitting dejected as you bring them back, and their mother like, "Oh, you girls, you're always getting in over your heads."
And
I
then
like your
Bird Brain
sleep.
is going to repeat what the girl said about how they just wanted to save everything for their mom.
And she like gets a little choked up and brings them in and tassels their hair and says, "Oh, you just got to learn how to do it the right way. That was dangerous. Could have gotten yourselves killed."
Honestly, if they hadn't used the pixie powder to animate things and just poisoned the food at normal size, it could have done it quickly and gotten the fuck out. But that's just me.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your help. Happy to give you something for your time. We have funds, and you saw our stockpile. We can give you something before you go. And as you guys gather around, a portal opens up, and all the people standing around are like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" Like they weren't kidding. They all like seem odd as this portal opens up, and you all step back on through.
Before he steps through, Gintu will look back at the girl he knocked out and just go wah 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 wah. And as he like turns around and like flurries his cloak, he just goes wah 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 as he walks through the portal.
Harlan is going to look to the girls and say, "My friends here are trying to teach you to be better assassins. I would urge you to be better than assassins." And he just shoots a glare at Gentu before shoving him into the portal.
Wah wah.
All right, you guys move through the portal back home to Barnacle. Back with some loot that you gained on your trip,
We saved the day.
and with another story to tell.
I'm glad we finally learned the true meaning of Biscuit Day.
All right.
Now we can celebrate each year as well.
Yay, we have a festival to bring to Barnacle.
Yes.
Hell yeah!
True.
Good thing you found out what day it is.
Why, it's Biscuit Day.
So is Biscuit Day before or after Hog's Watch?
Yeah.
During.
The
No.
oldest holiday celebrated in Barnacle. No one knows where it came from.
I wouldn't be surprised if they also celebrated Hogswatch. It's one of those multiversal kind of things.
Gintu would be
As
up
a
here in the
brief-
darkest corner possible.
As a brief aside to Eric, I have control over someone. Luna's token.
I think Luna's not attached.
So
to
do
the
I.
group yet. It's to
Oh,
everyone.
I think that's because I think that
They're
they're
unclaimed.
not here yet. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
cool.
Well, we didn't
Oh God,
bring
what has
down
she
a
chosen?
monarchy.
What is
but-
that art? Okay.
What, the
Cat?
Luna one?
No, I'm looking at Persula Meowning Star down here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what is that from?
That's my friend Amanda.
Ah,
She'll be playing in the game on Friday or Saturday. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
there's a game on Saturday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for playing. That was fun.
Yeah, thank you, Eric, for running.
Yeah,
That was
thank
fun.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
I love the food
Yeah.
fight.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yes.
This
Yeah,
definitely.
I had more plans on that counter, but I feel like we took too long at the beginning. I should have kind of moved us faster through some of that stuff so we had more time on that counter. But it was fun.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.
So I'll
Thank you.
post some options for any rewards you want in the Discord and how much like gold and experience you got. But I think those of you everyone but Josh, sorry, will level up to level 3. But Josh, when you run the game on Saturday, you'll level up because you'll get you can take some experience for a character for DMing a game.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just so you don't like your character won't fall behind just because you're DMing all the time. So
Thank you. I like that.
So yeah, so I'll post it in the thing, and yeah, Josh, if you have any questions as you're preparing for the game, I'm happy to talk about it. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll hit you up if
Awesome.
I need anything.
Cool. Sounds good.
Well, then on that note, I will catch you all at another time. I need to go find some food.
Yep.
Night, Sam.
Good night, everyone, and
Night.
good
See
game.
you, Sam.
Sam.
Yes.
Good
Thank
game.
you again,
Alright.
Eric.
I will.
Yeah,
Good night,
game.
everyone.
Good
Night.
Y'all.
Night.
Night.
Bye.
Catch you later.
See ya.
Peace. What's up, Lee?
Yo.
How you
What's
doing?
up? Doing all right.